Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
All right, guys, welcome. Happy Thursday. What is today? May 9th. Welcome back. We are going to do a little bit of analysis on a company ticker symbol SHOT, SHOT. And while we're doing that, tonight we're going to establish some baseline testing for my BAC, blood alcohol content. We'll do a follow-up video either tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm not going to get hammered tonight, just to the legal limit. We're going to measure the ramp up and the decay. So we'll be here for 90 minutes or maybe a couple hours. I don't know, however long it takes. And then I'll try and repeat the exact same conditions in a couple days. And we will try this product out. I was able to order it, not sponsored, by the way. I have no idea how this is going to work or not. But let me put the product up here. Let's turn this screen off. Some of y'all are asking me about this product, and you're specifically asking me about the stock. And let me just show you what the can looks like. It looks like an energy drink. And it says, allegedly, that it can cut your BAC recovery time in half. Now, as a failed scientist, I'm just kidding, as a non-scientist, but someone who took chemistry, biology, and I don't know, a couple other physics, I'm not aware of anything that can change your blood alcohol content other than time. But we're going to give it a shot, because I tell you what, let's look at this stock chart. When this company launched, it was trading at 30 cents to $1. It ran up to $7.50 in a couple days over excitement and hype. And now they are doing what I said I wanted to see before I ever thought about investing in something like this. I think it's a double-blind placebo study. At least I hope it is. They say they're doing a real scientific study of their product, and that's going to be available in 30 days. But hey, the stock's at $1.31. If we can find out in the next 2 days if this, I almost cursed. There might be cursing later on tonight, by the way, once I have a couple drinks. If we find out that this product works, well, maybe we'll buy it on Monday and get ahead of the news. If it doesn't work, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just a sample size of one. So you can, whatever happens, you can take it with a grain of salt or take it with a shot, I guess. Do your own testing. Do not try this at home, Frank says, unless you're highly qualified. Yes, I do have my very rigorous spreadsheet where I'm going to log all my results. Let's see if I can put that up on the screen here. Where is it? And I'll also show you the ingredients. So this is our spreadsheet where I'm going to log my drinks. Should be probably 4 drinks. And I was going back and forth between beer or whiskey, and I really don't want to have 5 or 6 beers. So we'll be having too many bathroom breaks. So we're going to do whiskey, Bullet Rye, 95 proof. Just your, standard everyday whiskey that I like. And we're supposed to wait. I have a brand new blood test monitor that I'll be able to show you guys just to prove right now that I haven't had any drinks yet and that this works. Let's try it out. Warming up. Calculating 0.0. I don't know if you guys can see that. 0 minutes until sober. We got to figure out how to do this so it can. So this device not only tells you your BAC, but it tells you how long until you get sober. Now, I have not put in my specifics, my sex and weight. There is an app with this device by BAC Track. Also not sponsored, but you can hook up an app to it and probably tell it more about yourself, but I don't want to give them all that data. There's like a 20-page manual that you're signing your life away if you use the app. So I just have it in standalone mode. I said, quiet in here. What's up, amigo? Frank, thanks for joining in. Anya, Carlos, I'm going to have some drinks and we're going to look through the financials and tell some jokes and just have some fun. But let's get drink number one. This is a 2-ounce shot glass. So I'm going to try and pour a standard 1.5-ounce shot. It's not going to be perfect. And then this device says, please wait 20 minutes. So once I do the first shot, we'll set a timer on the phone for 20 minutes. And however many it takes. Get my phone in timer mode. Without further ado, let's get number one down the hatch. I know a lot of people think I drink a lot. I only drink on those occasional nights, really, that I'm hanging out with you guys. So I don't know how many drinks it's going to take, but I think theoretically between 4 and 6. So we'll see. Bottoms up to the hopeful success of SHOT, especially if you're invested. And there are people I talk to in our Discord that own or owned this stock. So maybe this will help you. Maybe it will help me. We'll find out. It's not even chilled. All right. Timer for 20 minutes. Woo. All right. And let's log our drink time. Drink number one at 8:50 p.m. Nowhere else are you going to get this kind of entertainment. Not only are we drinking, but we're going to do some financial analysis on this company. So before we do that, let's pull up our special guest, and then we'll pull up the ingredients of this drink and look at that together. Tonight we have joining us to make fun of me and make sure that we have a good time here while we're drinking the Monkey Tamer. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. I had to steal the wife's laptop.
Oh, good. All right. Yeah. Sorry for the little bit of late start tonight, guys. Mediocre was having some issues with his camera. Are you going to need to buy a new laptop, or what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. I have to figure out what's up with mine. It's weird. So something stupid, I'm guessing.
All right. Well, I'm glad you got one to work, and I was able to stall for a few minutes with the intro there while you got that set up. I said it's quiet in here. It says my hangover cure consists of ibuprofen and a liquid IV. Yes, ibuprofen and plenty of hydration beforehand, before you go out drinking. In my experience in my younger years, when we used to go out a lot and drink, certainly helps. And we have a IV. Mediocre, have you heard of those little clinics that are just IV clinics?
Where they just give you hydration?
Yeah, you can get hydration. You can ask for certain vitamins, or, they have a hangover IV that it has special ingredients in it.
Yeah, we don't have them around here, but I have heard of them, yeah.
The first time I ever heard of one was in Vegas, but we have one or two of them here. My wife got hooked on it for a while, not because we were out drinking. She just thought it was cool. And I'm always tired. I'm just going to go get an IV. And then when I found out how much it was costing, I was like, no, we're not doing that. Well, but we could sign up for the monthly package. It's only $300 a month. You can go once a week. I was like, yeah, no. You don't need a freaking IV bag that bad. How about just drink some water? But I don't know if that's the IV, liquid IV that I said It's Quiet in Here is talking about, the actual bag. But I did try it one time with her, and it does make you feel better. It does. It's instant hydration for your body. Treetop says, if this works, I'm loading up on shot stock. Me too. I will. Remember, tonight is just the baseline testing. There will be a part 2 in 24 to 48 hours, depending on how I feel after this, because we're going to go for 0.08 on the BAC monitor tonight. That's the legal limit. I normally have mediocre, like 3 healthy shots when we're hanging out.
Yeah.
But that's spread out over, doing the live streams. I mean, that's spread out over 2 or 3 or 4 hours. We're going to be doing one every 20 minutes now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Those of you who have been on my channel for a while, in 3 years, we've had 1 or 2 days like this where we went bang, 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 usually because we were celebrating something. And I might have ended up on the floor sleeping here that night. I don't know, I don't even remember.
I am sober. I'm drinking cranberry juice if you guys want to know.
All right. Muner says drunk financial analyst sounds great. Yeah. There's a TV show, isn't there, where they read books, or they do something, or maybe it's a YouTube channel. Drunk something or other. One of y'all knows what I'm talking about. Help me out here. BioLife Hemp, what's up? He says, I'd rather pop a gummy and smoke a blunt. I know. No hangover issues there. That's for sure. Anya says, take a poll. Who thinks it will be effective? Great idea, Anya. And while I'm setting up the poll, let's put up the ingredients so we can read them together. I have not even looked at these ingredients yet. I'm going to set up the poll. And then I'll read the ingredients out loud for anybody who's driving. Will safety... My brain always wants to spell safety the wrong way. Will safety shot actually work? How about that? Let's see what y'all think. All right, ingredients: triple filtered purified water, apple pectin, natural and artificial flavor, citric acid, N-acetylcysteine, N-acetyltyrosine, taurine, sodium citrate. So far, it sounds just like a energy drink. We get into a couple active ingredients: dandelion extract and milk thistle, sucralose and glycine to make it sweet, cognizine, cytocholine. That's their trademark ingredient that you don't know what it is. Cognizine. Those of you who took Latin, I think that's a Latin root word. I get confused sometimes because I took Latin and Greek, but I'm pretty sure that's a Latin root word, something to do with your brain, your thinking. They create these proprietary ingredients and give them a name that sounds like, oh, this really sounds good. Cognizine. Woo! Must work. Mucuna Pruines. I have no idea. Someone Google that for me. Mucuna, Pruines. I have no idea what that is. Calcium citrate, magnesium citrate, caffeine, phenylalanine, or phenyl, phen, phenylalanine. Phenylalanine. I should have taken chemistry 201. Theobromine, potassium sorbate, ginseng, magnesium citrate, sodium benzoate to preserve freshness, potassium chloride, synephrine HCl. Ooh, another trademarked word or registered trademark, dynamine. Teacrine, another one, theacrine. Vitamin B5, vitamin B3, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B6. I do often take a B vitamin supplement. It's good for energy. Huperzine A and vitamin B12. So a lot of B vitamins and a lot of energy drink type ingredients. And then they have a couple proprietary ingredients. So we'll see. Yeah, BioLife Hemp says 4 ingredients open up the veins to make blood flow better. Niacin for sure, right? The vitamin B3, I know it does that. That gives you that that flush. What else are you spotting on there that opens up the blood flow? I know for sure niacin, maybe caffeine. What else are you spotting? BioLife Hemp says magnesium citrate is a laxative. Great.
Ouch, Tony, that pole looks ugly.
What looks ugly?
Your pole.
91% say it's not going to work. When I was at the liquor store and I was buying this bottle of Bullet, they were like, yeah, I told them about it. They're like, they seemed dubious also. Anya says, maybe you would get the same results with water. That's a good. Should we do water tonight or should I do no recovery? I could do as we're coming down after we get to 0.08, I could just do a water. How many ounces is this drink? This drink is 12 ounces. I could do 12 ounces of water just as our baseline. That might be a good idea. Let me know what y'all think. Yuka says it's going to get you more drunk. Anya says maybe get some Depends. Yeah, if you invest in shot, then invest in whatever company makes Depends also. BioLife Hemp says for blood flow, the niacin, B3, caffeine, and also B12. All right, I did not know that about B12, but I know that a lot of those energy drinks, especially like, what's that one called? C4 has a lot of B vitamins in it. And a lot of those pre-workout drinks have a lot of B vitamins in them too. And you feel like, super strong. You got a lot of energy. That's just the B vitamins in a niacin flush. Do you have to drink the whole bottle of this shot stuff? Frank, that is a good question. Let me read the ingredients. Let me read the directions if they have any. Here's what it says. Safety shot. Revive the night, seize the morning. Proprietary patented formula. Reduces blood alcohol content within 30 minutes.
Wow, that's a big claim.
Yeah, that's why I got to log all the times and stuff here. Reduces BAC within 30 minutes. Well, so does your liver, right? So does your liver. Boosts mental clarity. That's those B vitamins. Well-being boost. Supports liver detox. Electrolytes for hydration. I saw some of those in the ingredients there, like potassium chloride, and I don't know what else. Did anybody look up mucuna purines yet? And it contains 200 milligrams of caffeine. Like literally the last thing, if I was out drinking, I think the last thing I'd want before I go to sleep mediocre is 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
What the heck? Why are you doing this to us? So now I got to be trying to recover from a hangover, wide awake. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of caffeine. Revitalize, repair, and recover, and stay your ass awake, I guess. Zach says magnesium citrate is such a super laxative. It's labeled on the can twice. Is it? Oh my gosh, you're right. It's right here and right here. Holy shit. Well, if there's any adverse side effects, we will note those in the scientific report that we have here too. my spreadsheet.
So if Tony wakes up tomorrow morning and going into the restroom with the runs, we're gonna know.
You're not gonna know because I won't be live in the Discord with you. All right, Frank with the DD. Frank says Mucuna prurines is a tropical legume native to, oh great, beans. That does not sit well with my stomach, Frank. Tropical legume native to Africa and tropical Asia and widely naturalized and cultivated. Well, I can tell you my digestion does not do well with legumes. Maybe this is a defibered legume. Let's hope so. Maybe we really should line up some Depends on you.
Oh man.
All right. So that is the ingredients. Hopefully everybody had a chance to look at that. And I want to pull up some financials. Let me switch screens here real quick and we'll pull those up. Again, if you're just joining in, this is our very scientific logging. Always when you're doing science, you want to have a spreadsheet and make it look as official as you can. Should I put what am I? I'm the what's the word, mediocre?
The clown cowboy.
patient name, Tony DeNaro.
John Doe.
Patient name, clown cowboy, SEC Edgar Shot. Let's see what they got to say. Let's look at their website too. Let's see what their website. Here's what I know. They just put out an investor letter. I read through it a couple days ago that they have this study going on. So we'll pull that up. Here is their website. Again, not sponsored. I'm doing this because I might invest in the stock. Limited time, save 10% on your order. I did not save 10%. I just went on Amazon. Looks like a party, mediocre. Can you see this?
I see it. And I also see if this thing works, Tony, I'm buying in. I'm telling you.
All right. The things that I do for you guys, mediocre, I'm going to be passed out on the keyboard and you're like buying, the price is going up. Tony took one for the team again.
Thanks, Tony.
Apparently they have competition. Look, I haven't even heard of these other products. Liquid IV. Oh, that's that product that what's his name in the chat was talking about. Liquid IV does not rapidly detoxify alcohol in as little as 30 minutes. It was also not created by industry experts. Was it created by industry amateurs then or what? Cheers is another competitor. More Labs and the Plug. I don't want nothing to do with that, mediocre. That's sounds like maybe you do a safety shot, then if you get the runs, you drink the Plug. I don't know.
Love it.
What the heck? What a weird name, the Plug.
Oh man. Who's on the marketing team for that company?
Who is on the marketing team? 4-pack is $20. That's what I paid. I paid for it with my own money. I asked them a couple months ago to send me a sample to review, and they never even got back to me. So now you got to deal with me with a real live review. 16-pack is $80. Science is backed by science. Fast acting effects. let's zoom in on this. And then we'll get to the SEC real. This is the marketing stuff. We'll get to the real financial stuff in just a second. The ingredients in safety shot are rapidly absorbed, helping to improve CNS activity. That would be, I presume, central nervous system, cognition, and motor cortex function. You will bounce back and feel rejuvenated in as little as 30 minutes. What if I want to go to sleep? I should have started this at 4 a.m. mediocre.
Yeah.
Just like have 4 or 5 shots, drink a safety shot, and just keep going. Bounce back, rejuvenated.
Yeah. Relax, Tony. Right when you're done. Right at market open. Fuck it.
I'm pretty sure, mediocre, based on some of the troll comments that I get, some people think that's how I trade every day. Not true, folks. 2 minutes till the next shot. Oh man, I forgot already to take my BAC. Oh no, I take my BAC after 20 minutes. All right. 20 minutes, take my BAC, then take the second shot. We're still on track. Step 2, safeguard reduces residual alcohol from being absorbed in the gut by creating a shield wall around the gut wall, which also reduces stomach discomfort. Well, I rarely have stomach discomfort, but if we do, then I'm going to blame this damn drink. I don't get sick from drinking. Not since about that one night in 1991 on Halloween, Club Excess. It's been so few times that I've gotten sick from drinking in my life that I remember the date, the year, and the place. And you want to know what the drink was? I'll give you a special prize if you can guess the drink. There were multiple of them, but all the same. Step 3, reduce effects. It takes about an hour for the liver to metabolize each standard alcoholic drink, and this process is rate limited. That's what we know from our science classes. The faster and more you drink, now I would just do 4 or 5 shots, but we're trying to do the ramp up and then the ramp down. So the faster and the more you drink, the higher your BAC will rise and the more intoxicated you become. Safety shot reduces BAC through several factors that help alcohol process more efficiently. It should be noted that every person is different. Genetics, liver health, habituation. I guess that means if you drink a lot. And a host of other factors can influence the rate at which alcohol is metabolized. Step 4, maintains hydration. Your body maintains hydration through the precise combination of vitamins, amino acids, and minerals. All right, it's time to measure the BAC. Let's do it.
What do we got, Tony? Drum roll.
Come on. Come on, you bastard. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side. Warming up. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Drum roll.
Calculating. .01. Can you read that?
I cannot, because make your screen bigger for everybody.
Oh.
The website with your image.
Yeah. 0.01.5. I wish my camera had a autofocus. I think if I hold it right about here, you should be able to read it. All right, so let's log that 0.015, and that was at 9:11 p.m.
All right, homie, you better get to drinking.
0.015.
Time for another shot, Tony.
Let's do it.
Want to play some chicken shit bingo or what?
I still need to build that damn chicken shit bingo board. All right. Drink number 2 is going to be at 9:12 p.m. Oh, this bothers me when stuff is not centered right.
BioLife Hemp wants to know if you ripped that blood alcohol content machine out of your pickup truck.
What's that?
BioLife Hemp wants to know if you took the BAC machine out of the pickup truck.
No, I just bought it. Look, I got all the packaging and everything. I ordered it on Amazon. Came today, same day delivery. I've never had a DWI, or I've probably been in danger of getting one before. I've definitely have made the mistake in youth of drinking and driving. I don't recommend that. But no, I don't. I've never had one. I've never owned one of these, period, ever. All right. Bottoms up.
Tony, I'll tell you a story about that.
And I'm gonna start my timer.
Good.
All right, go ahead. What's your story?
I jumped into a truck with a guy I was on a job with. It was kind of interesting, actually. He does what I do for work. So we get in this truck, and he's blowing into this fucking machine to start the truck. And I'm looking at him like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, so he blows into this machine. So now we're driving down the fucking road. and this thing starts beeping and going crazy. So he starts blowing in this fucking thing again. I'm like, you got to blow in this shit while you're driving? He goes, yeah. That's fucking crazy.
They're constant testing from what I understand. At least he didn't ask you to blow into it, mediocre.
No, I would not have.
I saw someone on YouTube the other day that was like, what the heck? Because not only were they having a blow in it, but they had a freaking camera mounted in their car tied into the whole system to make sure it was actually the person who was under probation. The camera would take a picture of you to make sure it was the right person blowing in the damn thing.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I'm glad I don't have problems like that.
Let's see. What other chats we have here? BioLife Hemp says just puke and rally, right? Sufyan Fireball. Yeah, I don't have any Fireball right now, Sufyan, but I need next time I go to the store, remind me to grab some. That used to be my wife and I, we'd do a pregame with Fireball and whatever beer we had, which is usually around here. This is Texas. Miller Lite is very popular here. She's not the biggest fan of Miller Lite, but she actually likes IPAs. I don't like a real hoppy beer. So we usually, we don't even usually have a lot of beer, period, unless I'm buying it for a live stream. Just because I'd rather have one shot of whiskey, sip on it, enjoy it. If I'm, having a relaxing Friday evening, than try and drink a 6-pack of beer. But in the old days, when we used to go out 3 or 4 nights a week, we'd pregame with some Fireball shots and then have a beer, and then we'd go to the club. And I think a lot of that's because I don't like spending $10 or $20 for a drink, mediocre.
Yeah, I don't like doing that either.
We'd be out dancing for 4, 5, 6 hours, so you burn off a lot of the alcohol. So it wasn't like we were getting schnockered. And a couple drinks pregame probably wasn't going to get me over the legal limit. But I can say that there have been times in my life, especially in my 20s, where I had too much to drink and I did it anyways. And please don't freaking do that. By the grace of God, I never hurt anybody and never got a ticket or worse. Don't nobody want to be spending a night in jail up in here, mediocre. You know what I mean?
I drive for a living, so I don't mess around with that shit, you know. You can't have a license. I'm not willing to give it up.
Yeah.
I'd rather not drink.
Michael says, Tony, I don't understand why PLC went up with the worst earnings in AMC. I don't know what PLCE is, Michael, but speaking of financials, we're going to look at SHOT, because I don't know if, hopefully some people that are interested in SHOT are going to check in tonight and hear my take on the financials. Some of y'all that have been on my channel or in my Discord, you already know my thoughts. Mediocre, you were working with someone that owned SHOT, right? What did you recommend to them?
Oh man, that's fucked up. But I'll just tell you, I told him sell it.
Sell it. And they did sell it, and what did it do after that?
It plummeted.
Down.
I'm not laughing at anybody who's in SHOT. I mean, if it works, it works, and
If it works, I'm gonna freaking buy it on Monday, Mediocre. I promise you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna know if it works.
All right, let's see what else they got to say. Let's see what else marketing stuff we got on here, and then we'll look at the financials. Safety Shot was formerly known as Jupiter Wellness, which in August 2023 acquired the operating assets of GBB Drink Lab Inc., including the blood alcohol detox drink Safety Shot. Listed on NASDAQ, ticker symbol SHOT, now expects most of its revenue in the coming quarters and years to be driven by Safety Shot. Well, if they are expecting that, they must know it works, right, Mediocre? Because they wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
Through its Jupiter Wellness business segment, which develops over-the-counter and prescription-grade health and wellness products, Safety Shot has a well-established clinical development infrastructure and expertise. And they plan to spin off legacy assets to unlock value for shareholders. Heard that story a million times on various other companies. MMTLP. MMAT. I'm sure there's more. That's the first one that came to mind. Sorry. Let's see. February, we had a lot of news. Not much news since February.
They've been quiet. Maybe their sales are way up, Tony.
No, they barely just started. They barely just started producing it. Look at this, freaking affiliates earn up to 10% commission. Well, if this works, I will join now. I promise you. Look, if a product works and I use it, I'll promote it. That's fine. If it don't work, then we're gonna all see it live here together. All right, let's see about this letter that they put out the other day. Oh, they have warrants too. Here is a letter. Oh, Mediocre. Look at what I see already here. Form 144, sale of securities. Does that mean dilution?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's a principal stockholder sale. Sorry.
No.
He sold. Who is this?
An insider?
I'm trying to look. There's no name. What the heck? All right, I'll look it up in a different way in a minute. Let's look at this 8K. God dang it. Can you just, here we go. On May 6th, Safety Shot issued a press release. A copy is furnished hereto as Exhibit 99.1. Why can't they just call it Exhibit 1, Mediocre?
I don't know why.
All right, here is the press release. In the last several months, the company has accomplished tremendous milestones, which include launching Safety Shot, the first patented beverage that helps people feel better faster by reducing blood alcohol content, by supporting its metabolism and boosting clarity on its DTC website. on December 7th. The drink sold out on its first day. You know, when you only make 100 cans, it's easy to sell out on the first day. So I don't know how I feel about that. Releasing Safety Shot for sale on the e-commerce platform Amazon. They did accomplish that because that's how I ordered mine. I got it next day. Consumers rapidly placed their orders for delivery and the product was sold out almost immediately. That is also the case back a couple months ago when this thing first came out. I tried to order some on Amazon and, you know, immediately it was already sold out, but they have been getting production going and some of the buzz wore off. Buzz, no pun intended. Some of the media buzz wore off and the hype. And so I just randomly checked it. You guys have been bugging me in the comments. And I was like, let me just check and see if I can get some. And this press release also reminded me. And sure enough, I was able to order it. I was worried I was going to get scammed, to be honest. But nope, it arrived the next day, safe and sound. They announced a strategic distribution agreement with a leading brand building agency and a distributor based in LA. Gearing up to launch Safety Shot in Vegas and LA retail stores. All right, why only 2 retail stores? I guess to test market acceptance, have time to ramp up manufacturing, depending on how well it is received. And, you know, to be honest, Vegas is a great test city for this product. Little random side story here while we're waiting for the next 9 minutes. I was at a bar down on Rainy Street, a little whiskey bar. They have a lot of very unique and rare whiskeys down there. Very small bar. If you've ever been to Rainy Street in Austin, you know what I'm talking about. They used to be like 2-bedroom, little bitty wooden houses. And I remember when people used to live there, but now they tore down most of them and put up 50-story condo units. A couple of them were preserved and they converted them into bars. And I was talking to someone there who said that Austin is actually a test market for a lot of new alcohol brands. Did you know that, Mediocre?
I did, actually.
We have such a good nightlife here, you know, rivaling probably something, maybe not quite to Vegas level, but rivaling Vegas or Nashville. And a lot of alcoholic beverage brands will test out their products in Austin before they launch them nationwide. So what we see here with Safety Shot, though, is they're test marketing it in Vegas and LA by the end of Q2 2024. So the company anticipates the beverage will be in stores within the next 30 days. So that will be by June 6th. Here's the thing that I've been waiting on. Bullet number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nearing completion of their clinical trial to measure the effectiveness. All this time, Mediocre, I thought this was up on the screen. To measure the effectiveness of the drink in reducing BAC by supporting metabolism. Data is now being compiled and is expected within the next 4 weeks. So we got a 4-week window, guys. If this works, we can be ahead of the crowd. This is all for science tonight. Now, they have amassed in bullet number 6, apparently, an impressive portfolio of celebrities and influencers, including comedian and actor Drew. I don't even know how to say his last name, so I'm not sure how famous he is. Better known professionally as the Drewski. EMD music sensation Night Tales. Never heard of them, but I'm not an EMD music fanatic. Widely followed YouTube group The Nelk Boys. I thought I was going to say Tony DeNaro and the Monkey Tamer, Mediocre, but nope, not us. The Nelk Boys.
Hey, I was going to say, don't forget the most hated YouTuber, Tony DeNaro.
Widely hated finance YouTuber, Tony DeNaro, the most hated YouTuber. And Following up on our list here, American professional skateboarder and business person, Danny Way. Oh, we got an actor and internet OG, Matthew Espinoza. So far, I have not heard of any of these people. Mediocre.
I don't know any of them, sir.
MMA superstar Jorge Masvidal, and UFC martial artist and influencer Hector Lombard. Still haven't heard of any of these people, but I'm, maybe I'm not in the, they probably did a demographic assessment and they said, let's not go for the 50 plus crowd. Let's find happening influencers that people in the 20s crowd know.
I mean, it is possible, Tony, you and I live under a rock.
It is possible we live under a rock. Yeah. I bet if you're 20 something, you know who all of these people are. The Island Boys, Yuka Frita says, why didn't they get the Island Boys?
Yeah, why
not? Frank says, new drink at the bar, safety shot and Jaeger. We will call it the safety bomb. I like it. Safety bomb, safety bomb, safety bomb. Fucking sluts. You remember that guy? You remember that guy, Frank? What was his name? The guy with the new haircut. Just got my new haircut. Gonna go to the bar with the boys. Gonna have some Jaeger bombs. Fucking Jaeger bombs.
Sorry, guys.
They could call it the shit shot, Anya. They could.
We don't know that yet. We don't know. It could be good.
No. Six Sun says, are you holding any Google stock? Six Sun, I look at about once a week. I'll look through my full list of blue chip stocks, looking for any of them that are at a buy point that I like. And no, I don't own any Google right now. I look at it every week. I don't know if many of them I've put a mark on my chart that says where I would buy it. And I don't know that I have one for Google. We got 4 minutes to the next breath test and shot.
Tony, I'm hoping this thing works, buddy.
I'm hoping it does. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great to get in on the ground floor on something nobody knows about, mediocre? We could be buying the next Amazon.
We could.
We could be on the ground floor of the next Coca-Cola.
It just has to work, Tony. It just has to work, buddy.
All right. So they made several pivotal management changes. I'm sure this is all private equity people, mediocre. Should we Google their names and see if they ever worked for a private equity company? Because I'm sure if I look at a couple of these people by 6 degrees of separation, I could make up a story that they're going to bankrupt this company.
We don't know yet.
If I don't do it, I'm sure someone will.
Probably so.
Oh, look at this. Orange Theory Fitness, definitely tied to private equity. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, he was a chairman. Definitely tied to private equity. This guy's got 30 years of experience, definitely tied to private equity. All I got to do is Google hard enough. And if I find one that's not tied to private equity, I'm just going to say I don't care about that guy. Let's keep on moving down the list. But I digress. All right, let's look at some financials. Let's get back to being serious. Do we have any financials? 10K. We got a 10K April 1st.
Tony, if this thing works, I'm wearing a tuxedo.
If this thing works, I'll wear a fucking helmet. I've got an astronaut helmet. Somebody ruined it for me. Now I don't wear an astronaut helmet for a $1 price swing, mediocre. We got to be in real moon territory. A little bit of word of advice, mediocre. Never go full astronaut until it's time.
Okay.
If you go full astronaut before earnings, you're just asking for a bruising on social media.
Let me write this one down so I don't forget.
Write it down. One of Tony DiNaro's, 10 commandments: never go full astronaut until the earnings is released. Now you could have your moon boots on because no one can see that. But if you show up wearing a tuxedo and a freaking astronaut helmet before the earnings are even released, often it's not going to end well.
Oh God.
Michael says, Tony, do you look at any earnings after the close? It depends, Michael. Sometimes, some days I do, some days I don't. It depends on if I'm what I have going on in life. A lot of times I'm working on videos, I'm doing personal stuff. But if I'm sitting here watching something in after hours, or it's a company I'm particularly interested in, absolutely. 30 seconds to the test number 2 and drink number 3. Buy the dip. Gorilla Gardner says, what's going on, Gorilla?
What's up, GG?
BioLife Hemp, good point. He says, if this thing freaking works, if a safety shot works, Pepsi or Coke will buy it for billions. I like it. I like how you're thinking ahead. And you could absolutely be right. We could be on the cusp of really something meaningful. All right. Alarm's going off. Time for test number 2. Make sure I'm looking at the right side. Warming up.
Run another drum roll.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Blow in the device, sir. Blow into the device. Keep blowing.
Calculating. .03.
We're moving on up.
2 hours, 3 minutes until sober. Oh, shit. All right. Let me update the test number 2 was at 9:34 p.m. And it is 0.031. 0.031. God damn it. I want all of you centered. Oh, man, my OCD's kicking in, mediocre. Format, alignment, center. There we go. Look at this one, too. All right. Time for bebida número 3. Vamos.
Shot. Come on, you guys know the song. Salud.
To our wives and to our girlfriends, may they never meet. That's a joke from what movie? Special prize if you know what movie that quote is from. 9:35 p.m. Set the timer. 20-minute timer.
Yes, sir. 20 minutes.
Yuka, I miss you. Where you been, man? Yuka says, Tony, go bare chaps, full astronaut.
Oh, man.
Where you been hiding, Yuka? Anya says, do you think Shot will have a MOAS? Mediocre, what do you think? Will Shot MOAS?
I don't know. Maybe it works on you. We're gonna find out.
All right, let's do a typical Tony DiNaro. What do I look for? All right, you guys are going to get some real DD, all you degenerates that are hanging out with us tonight. What do I look for in 10 minutes when I am doing a quick overview of these companies? Well, normally I would take more than 10 minutes, first of all, but I'm not going to bore you guys with all that. But at a bare minimum, when you're thinking about holding a company stock for more than 48 hours, I just throw that number out there, 48 hours. But look, let me just say this, mediocre. Let me just say this. There's day traders, there's swing traders, there's momentum traders, and then there's hodlers, right? I'm going to buy and hold no matter what. All right. If you're in the last category, I want you to write these rules down. Because if you're swing trading, day trading, momentum trading, none of this probably matters to you. But if you think that for some reason, through your own volition, or because you're listening to someone on YouTube, that you're going to hold this thing for more than a couple days, then you ought to spend a couple minutes to get informed. Risk factors is the first thing. See how those hyperlinks work? You could just click on it. Boom. Look, let's go back. Click on it. Boom. Right there. You see how that works, Mediocre?
Yeah, absolutely.
You just
where are we?
set it and forget it.
Are we on SEC Edgar?
Yeah, we're on SEC Edgar. Gotcha. Risk factors. Let's see what their risk factors are. First of all, how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy shit. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my God. Guys, we're not going to read all these tonight, but we're on like 20 pages of risk factors. Now, you know what, Mediocre? Can we just be honest for a second? Mediocre. Just between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy in the AMC community. He's like, I heard the cowboy clown say that I should read the risk factors, but I'm not gonna. You know why? Because the company just puts those in there to scare us.
Really? Interesting.
I was like, wow, yeah, interesting take. The company puts them in there to scare you from what? Because they don't want you to hold the stock because they want to bankrupt the company and give it to the hedgies? Is that what you think? No, guys, these risk factors are in here because the company has done their due diligence and their lawyers has said, hey, think of everything possible that could go bad and make sure you put it in a filing so that sometime later some conspiracy nut job can't come sue us saying that the board was corrupt, that they lied to you, blah, 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 blah. Make sure everything that could possibly go bad is in here so our ass is covered. And I'm going to tell you, Mediocre, going back to AMC, everything that could go bad was in the risk factors. Did you know that?
Of course.
Everything that could have possibly went bad that actually happened was disclosed well in advance. So all these people that think they're going to sue the company, I have, some bad news.
It's in there.
You probably should have listened to me one time and read the frickin' financial statements, because for years, everything that was going to happen did happen and was disclosed. So the judge is just going to say, next time, listen to Tony DeNaro, read the filings.
You're telling me that SHOT is disclosing their risk factors?
20 pages of them, apparently.
20 pages. That's a lot.
It's about 12 pages, but it's a lot. I'm not going to read all these. I'm just going to read whatever jumps out at me. And before I do that, because my eyes, before I do that, I want to check the comments here. Frank says 1 safety shot included with every 12 pack of Budweiser. That would be good.
Give me 1 second. We'll continue.
Frank says after this, no Tony tomorrow. Frank, I know you have only known me short time, but you don't know me well. Most people who have been around this channel for a while and have partied with us on some of our crazy nights know that generally I show up bright and early still and 100% functional the next morning. Now, we're not going to push it over the edge, Frank. We're just going to push it to the legal limit. Gorilla Gardner says, who's Edgar? And we don't read. Blazin says, in other words, they planned it all. I don't know that they planned it all, Blazing. I see where you're going with that. He's trying to spin it back into the conspiracy camp. They planned it all, therefore they disclosed it so they couldn't be sued. See how that works, Tony? All right. Maybe. But it was incumbent on us to do the reading, and then we could make our own choice. We're all grown adults. And if we didn't read, then, that's on us. And if we did read and we said, they're just doing that to scare us, guys, don't listen to that cowboy clown. He's just trying to scare you. Don't read those risk factors. I say, look, the more information you can get, the better. Then you can make an informed decision. So always read this shit. This is where I start. So let's see what jumps out. Government regulation. If we can't develop our brand. Okay. I want to see the one that says this shit might not work. Government regulations. We depend on key personnel. A lot of this is standard. May not meet health and safety standards. Liability risks.
Hold on. You can't just speed past that.
I can't what?
You can't just speed right past that and move on to the next one.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know, but I am a speed reader, so I'm actually reading these whole paragraphs, but I'm only speaking out loud the part that's in bold.
Did it say risk factor about your health?
Yeah.
What did it say again?
It says our products may not meet health and safety standards or could become contaminated.
Oh my God.
We're getting our what's the main ingredient here? Triple filtered purified water. It says sourced in the backwoods bayous of Baton Rouge. What the fuck? I didn't see that the first time. No wonder they got to triple filter that shit. It says it right here on the can, mediocre. Sourced from the backwoods bayous of Baton Rouge. Motherfuck. I better read closer next time. All right, moving on. We must develop and introduce new product. I'm just kidding. It doesn't really say that. We must develop and introduce new products to succeed. Always be innovating. Adverse publicity associated with our products or ingredients could adversely affect our sales, i.e. if Tony DeNaro does a video and says our product doesn't work, might not be so good.
Oh, man.
We do not have and may never have any products on the market that have been approved for the treatment of disease. Well, I ain't trying to cure cancer. I'm just trying to cure a hangover here, buddy. What the fuck disease am I trying to cure? All right, keep moving on. We have limited experience in completing regulatory filings. Well, that gives me a lot of confidence. If serious or adverse or undesirable side effects, such as you soiling your pants during the middle of the night, are identified during the development of our product candidates. I just added that part for Anya. If serious side effects are identified, we may abandon the development of our product. Please, Lord. I'm basically a guinea pig, mediocre. No telling what kind of undesirable side effects I might be subject to tonight.
I can tell.
If we experience delays or difficulties in the enrollment of subjects to our clinical trials, well, if they know that depends are on the standby bedside, they might not want to enroll. But I'm assuming they signed up enough people. So they say the test is going. Let's see. I'm going to skip all that. By the way, mediocre, or any of y'all, have any of y'all ever participated in a clinical trial?
No.
That's a good question. By the way, let's end this poll. 70% of you say that this product will not work. Interesting. How many of you raise your hands in the chat? Especially, I know if you're in a university town, if you've ever participated in a drug clinical trial. I have. When I was in college, that shit would pay buku money. It's probably why I'm so so fucked up in the head now, mediocre.
The only trial I ever participated in is when I was a kid. I was walking through the mall, and they had me come test out some games.
What did you have to test out?
I don't remember. It was in some back room of the mall, though. They took me back there and gave me some
back room of the mall. Did it have a black couch?
No. It was legit. There was a game they wanted to test out, like a board game or whatever.
Okay, a game.
They gave me $15.
Nice. Because I went to the University of Texas, and we have several drug development companies here. And even back, in the 80s and 90s, that these companies are still here, but even back then, they would pay you $800 to a couple $1,000 for a weekend to a week of your time, and they would give you some drug or a placebo. You never knew what you were getting, and they'd usually want you to spend a weekend in their facility. They had very nice, it's like a hotel. Everybody had a private room, private bath. There was a communal game room where you could hang out, be on your phone or whatever, and they fed you because they wanted, they got to monitor what you're eating, just like I had to log on my spreadsheet my beverage. They monitored what you ate, but at the end of the couple days or whatever, the only thing that sucked about it, that sounds pretty great, right? The thing that sucked about it was you didn't know if you were getting a drug or a placebo. And if you don't like needles, they basically do a blood draw on you about every 30 to 60 minutes for a couple days. So, by the way, if any of y'all are looking, I just wish I had more money to buy XYZ stock. Check into clinical trials in your area if you got free time. Something to think about.
I mean, just think, you do a couple of those, you can buy some shares of stock.
I know, you could buy a buku. Gorilla Gardner says a new drink name, if depending on the side effects, they could change it from Safety Shot to Skid Mark. Brian says, do I have a Discord? I do, Brian, but I'm not allowed to say how to get into it. You'll have to ask someone in the chat. Next item here, it says, if we or our licensees or suppliers are unable to manufacture our products in sufficient quantities, we may be unable to develop or meet demand. Well, all right, that's legitimate. Uncertain whether we could have product liability insurance. Well, they're already selling it, so I'm certain that that's probably covered for now. Let's keep on. I'm looking for something that jumps out that looks really scary to me. Success of our products will depend on acceptance by, no, that's non-OTC. They're talking about all their products here, not just Safety Shot. COVID-19. Oh boy, I bet Adam Aaron helped him write this, mediocre.
we do have that as a risk factor, Tony.
Yeah, I blame Adam Arno for this. We face business disruption risks related to COVID-19. I love that when I see that in the troll comments. I bet he's going to talk about COVID-19. Look, guys, here's a fucking alcohol BAC drink talking about COVID-19. Give poor Adam Arno and that British guy, Sean Goodman, a break. Hello, governor. I hear he's from South Africa, though, or Australia. I'm not really sure. Natural disasters could materially affect us. Well, you are in LA. We have a limited operating history. We may not meet our milestones. That's common in new production. I was involved in that world for a while. And yeah, sometimes we don't meet milestones. Tough titties. Our operations in international markets may involve risks that we are not able to control. All right. Risk related to SRM spinoff. What the heck? I already forgot what SRM is. I think that is something to do with their products that are not their core products. But yeah, if you can look up SRM for me. It's that something about what they were going to spin off to improve shareholder value. All right. Here's what we really want to talk about: risk related to our financial position and capital needs. Guys, here is where you hear about dilution. All right. So all that other stuff was funny, but this is getting into the more serious stuff. Our accountant, oh my God. They're just right out of the gate with the worst possible risk you want to see. Our accountant has indicated doubt about our ability to continue as a going concern.
Ouch. Ouch.
Now, if you guys don't know why I'm freaking out over this, go watch my video from 2 weeks ago that is highlighted in yellow on the thumbnail. It says how to identify a pending bankruptcy or something to that effect. There's always a way, if you read these risk factors, to identify which companies are likely to go bankrupt very soon. And when you see a company telling you that they have doubt about their ability to continue as a going concern, that's a problem. Now, maybe as we read through this, we'll see that they overcame it, but this already should be a red flag. And it should tell you, I need to really, really dig into this. If they have a going concern warning, that means that their accountant has told them you might not have enough cash to even last 12 months. That's a problem, right? So the company had, as of December 31st, 2023, about $4 million in cash. They had accumulated deficit of $65 million. Holy fuck. And cash flow used in operations of $10.5 million. Well, no wonder the accountant is running the red flag up the old pole. You got $10.5 million cash used in operation and only $4 million in cash. Well, that's a problem, Bubby. What do you think, Mediocre? You know anything about working capital?
Yeah. If you ain't got no capital, you can't do no work.
Would this worry you?
Yeah. If I needed 10 million and I only had 4, what am I gonna
do? There's a couple ways they can come up with that cash, Mediocre. Can you name a couple?
Absolutely. You could tap your equity markets.
Also known as dilution. Or you could go raise debt, which is also likely to tank your price. So let's keep on reading. We're going to do this as quick as we can because we still got a couple more drinks to go. I know this might be boring for some of y'all, but if we are thinking about buying it on Monday, if this test is successful, this is still important work for me, for you. Just keep on telling me jokes in the chat and I'll come over and check them out every now and then. Have another drink. You don't need to stay on my schedule. Oh, we're 20 seconds away from the next test and the next shot. Again, nowhere else are you going to get this level of financial acumen, experience, and expertise from someone that is testing at a 0.08 BAC. Am I wrong, Mediocre?
No.
It's not because Tony knows what he's talking about. It's because they're telling him what to say in the headset, though.
You got Shot in there tonight?
Yeah, Shot's telling me what to say.
What's the CEO in there? What's his name?
I have no fucking clue. No one pays me. This is just so I can hear Mediocre and you guys don't get an echo. All right.
I love the term tap the equity markets, right? Isn't that such a nice way of saying it, though? Oh, God.
Time for test number 3. What did Mikhail Baryshnikov say when he walked into the old Texas dance hall with the wood floor, Mediocre?
I have no idea. What did he say? Tell me.
I'd tap that.
Want a drum roll?
No. 5, 4, 3, 2.
He's drunk.
No, I'm not. We're just getting started. Calculating 0.043. Let me make this full screen for them. What does that say? 3 hours, 2 hours, 52 minutes to sobriety. All right, 0.043. I'm going to log this here.
Time for another shot, Tony.
And it's time for another shot. Number 3, test number 3. And the time is 9:57. Nowhere else will you get this level of due diligence. What did I say? 0.043. I'm surprised since it's whiskey. Well, I guess like 1 shot of whiskey is equal to 1 beer, right? The good thing about whiskey, and like when we go out dancing, why I'd prefer just to have a shot of whiskey, is I don't like going to the bathroom in a bar with waiting in a line for an hour because I'm drinking a 6-pack of beer at the bar. I'd rather just have 3 or 4 shots. And then you mostly sweat it out. All right. Drink number 4 is at 9:58 p.m. PMMM. All right. This one is sponsored by CNN, the Clown News Network, bringing you all the news on all of the clowns and the emotional crybabies on a daily basis.
That's right.
Hats off to you. You fucking
Cheers.
Somehow they get easier to drink. Mediocre. All right. Let's go back and see if we have any saving grace here. Before we go into the financial risk, though, let's see what y'all got to say in the comments. Hopefully somebody going to make me laugh here. BioLife Hemp says the water is the same water that they get the crawfish out of. Yes, that backwoods Bayou Baton Rouge water. Triple filtered, though. Not to worry. Don't worry about any disease risk up here, contamination. Triple filtered BioLife. Six Sun says, Tony, why are there a lot of people saying we might be entering squeeze season in a lot of stocks? I see the same talk that you guys see, Six Sun. All I can say to you, look, I try not to hype you guys up. There's plenty of other places to do that. What I'll say, Six Sun, is every day I try and position myself as risk-free as I can in the plays that are appropriate, that if something crazy happens, I can participate. But what I can tell you guys that I'm doing different than most people is I'm not going into that. Where is Yuka still here? I'm not going into that with assless chaps on.
Oh, I love it. Tony, I heard you made $1 today.
Was that Frank in the Discord?
No, that was me.
Oh, it sounded like Frank for a second. I did. I've been day trading GameStop. I have not been capturing the absolute bottom daily, and I have not been capturing the absolute top. I just look. I don't want to babysit it. I look at the chart. I set my buy limit, well below the current price in the morning. It's been executing, and then I'm like, well, all right. Well, how high is it likely to go? How much profit do I want to make today? Set my sell limit up there. Like today, I have my sell limit set just under 17, and it ran over 18. Do you think I cared? Mediocre, do you think I cared?
I know you didn't care. You made $1.
And I'm doing that every day. You know who's going to care, Mediocre? The people who rode it up to 17, 18, 19, 20, and then ride it for that very fast elevator ride back down. And they never once took action. They're the ones that are going to be mad. I'm not going to care. If I left $1 on the table today, guess what? Tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to be up at 4 a.m. I'm going to be watching what happens.
We'll see about that tonight.
Don't underestimate me, bitch. But being flexible, being nimble, giving yourself risk mitigation, I think that is important. Why are people saying that everything is going to squeeze? Because of the CAT system, because of Devin Nunes, because of DJT. I mean, that's about it. That's my list. Is there another list? DJT, Devin Nunes, and the CAT system. It's a pretty short list for me, so I'm mitigating my risk on any play that I'm in. If one of them runs, hell yeah, let's do it. Am I going to be making videos about it? No, because I think there's going to be some people embarrassed in maybe in a week. But hey, if I'm wrong, beautiful. I will still be there with you. I just can't in good conscience be making these daily videos or tweets saying everything's going to run.
But Tony, don't you know the judges are going to end up being corrupt, bought and paid for?
What judge? The one in the DJT case? No, they don't even have a judge yet.
No, the CAT system case.
Oh, that case. All I know about is like all of these other lawsuits, like the naked shorting lawsuits. There was another one today, the capybara finger versus capybara. All of these damn lawsuits, mediocre. They keep on the own attorneys that file the lawsuits dismiss them. Like in 3 years, I was just commenting to someone in my comments on YouTube. In 3 years, and watching a dozen CEOs and a handful of lawyers and dozens of companies, not one of them has been successful on not one fucking thing. They have a batting average of 0. So the person in my comments was asking me, do you think DJT, do you think Devin Nunes could be, could be pivotal? Gosh, I hope so.
I do too, especially with them, because at least they know people, you know.
I don't want to get into politics, but I like Donald Trump. I like True Social Media. I'd love to see Devin Nunes put the screws to them. All right, there you have it. But do I think that I'm seeing him use the exact same playbook that I've seen all these other CEOs use for 3 years, and all of them just slunk away in the corner and nothing ever happened? So what do you think I'm assigning the probability of his success? Just based on 3 years of being unemotional and analytical, how would you think that I'm looking at it? I'll let you answer that. Talk amongst yourselves. But do I hope that he's correct? Do I hope he gets something on them? Absolutely. 9:58 was our drink. 20 minutes from that would be, I forgot to start my timer, mediocre. You can tell the alcohol is kicking in. So 20 minutes from 9:58 would be 10:18 p.m. Now I got to set an alarm for 10:18 p.m. You're supposed to be helping keeping me straight.
I know, but we was rambling about shit. I forgot.
All right. I got the alarm set. 10:18 p.m. That is 20 minutes from this. So look, I mentioned in my Discord a couple days ago and again today and on the live stream yesterday, what do I think is going on with GameStop? I've been doing only weekly videos on GameStop because honestly, that's all it really deserves from a financial analysis perspective. I mean, the company only updates numbers quarterly. So why do a daily video or live stream on it? I can do a TA video once a week, but as we talked about 10 days ago, the heck?
there really isn't that much TA on it right now.
As we talked about 10 days ago, the TA was starting to turn favorable, right? The MACD was curling, the RSI was high. It was at an uncertain level on the chart, right in the middle of that descending wedge. But by Thursday, things changed, mediocre. The bulls started getting the upper hand, and the candlesticks on the daily started looking better. And then what really kicked it over the edge is the options chain, and not this week's options chain. And this is what I talked about in the Discord. It's not really this week's options chain that is moving this price. It is next week's options chain. And I have not looked at it in 24 hours. I'm just going to say that. But last time I looked at it, the 15 and the 17 strike on the call side were pivotal points, critical points on the options chain. And what I told my Discord a day or two ago is if it runs up and sustains over 17, you're going to see a push up. And that's what we got today. Why is that, mediocre? Do you know about delta hedging?
Yes.
There are a metric ton of open interest on the $17 call for next Friday. And the options were mostly hedged for next week. But if we start pushing up over 17, they have to fully hedge those, plus wherever we go above that. Plus, you have any shorts that might be short below 17 that got to start buying if they're a small capitalized short. And so you would see rapid movement up until all of that is settled out. And that's why you see these big runs, and then you see the little pullback. It's the options chain getting resolved.
So Tony, what happens when they get caught up on their delta hedging tactics?
Right. Once they get caught up, then you're at the risk of a massive drop if it can't be maintained. Now look what we have here. And after hours, the buyers on very low volume, right? This is bullish, but it's very low volume. I mean, let's be real. It's a couple thousand shares per 5 minutes. So we won't really know till the morning when the market opens. But if the buyers keep showing up, if you guys keep showing up, you can keep turning the screws on these motherfuckers. But you have to keep showing up, because if you don't, what's going to happen to the options chain for next week, mediocre, as days tick by?
Theta's going to chew on your options.
Right. You're going to have theta burn. So the people that are loading up the options chain are going to start watching their profits erode.
Yep. Happens every week.
They're going to start watching their profits erode, and then they're going to have a decision to make. Do I gamble? Do I hold it till Friday and maybe get nothing? Do I hold till Friday and exercise? Or do I just lock in the profits today? I'm talking today, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day, as if nothing, if the price doesn't move up, they're just watching their options value decay. They're going to start making some decisions. So if you don't want the options holders to be forced to make tough decisions, keep buying the stock. That makes it easy on them. They can easily hold. But if the price starts falling from here and they start getting theta burned and their profits start evaporating, then the market makers, the option market makers who are holding shares to hedge their delta, as the price drops, they start selling the shares that they're holding. And you get this elevator ride down really, really quick. That is my concern. So I would say if there's any way you can be playing on house money, God bless you. I am playing it just on a daily. I'm in the morning. I'm out at the end of the day. That's my strategy, because I don't want to be there holding it on the day that the elevator ride down happens. But I can buy in the morning and I can watch it. And I can try and get out, but every day that it ratchets up, I'm locking in more and more profit. And I have no risk the next day other than whatever I buy in. And I'm buying in more shares. Because why? Because I'm booking profits daily. That's just me. You do whatever you want. Not financial advice. What do you think about all of that? That's a long spiel, Mediocre. Did I misspeak?
I think I love Theta.
Well, as now, we're preaching the gospel of selling covered calls and selling cash secured puts. Yes, we are lovers of Theta, but for people that are buying call options, if this doesn't go exactly the way that you want it, Theta is going to fuck you.
It's going to fuck you. Theta is your enemy.
So far, this is working beautifully, and I'm not trying to talk anybody out of a play. You roll the dice the way that you're comfortable with, and God bless you. I hope you all get rich. I'm just playing it on a daily.
Yeah, I'm only talking about the Greeks. I'm not got nothing to do with GameStop at all.
Yeah, Mediocre has no GameStop. I follow GameStop. I have been trading GameStop on momentum trading since 2022. Day trading in the past week or so. Day trading. Why did I switch from momentum to day? Because what used to take me 1 to 3 months, I can now make in a day. I'm just like, get in, get out, make your money. If it takes me a day, great. If it takes me 3 months, that's still okay. But I don't want to hold risk overnight until I wake up and see what's happening the next day. I'm not worried about if I wake up and it's at $30. You think I care?
But I'd love for you all to make big money on GameStop.
Yeah, I'd be happy for y'all. I'll pop a champagne for you, but I'm not going to cry. No. Because we're just looking for these on a daily. GameStop's one of thousands. All right, moving on. BioLife Hemp says 0.43. That's normal level for Tony DeNaro. What drink are we on again? We're on number 3. I guess that's about right. Somewhere around 5 or 6, we should come in on 0.08. And I know it would come in faster if I drank faster, but we're trying to provide some entertainment on your Thursday night. And this thing said wait 20 minutes. So you didn't have any, whatever that chemical is in your breath.
And we want to get accurate readings.
We want to get the most accurate reading you can.
Because we might want to buy this sucker. I know it's got 20 risk factors, but
you can still hear it. He said assless chaps, but he didn't give me a thumbs up. So Anya says, I know Tony posted complete info on last live stream about AMC earnings. So AMC earnings, I'll just what's the word? I'm gonna detour is not the right word. I'm gonna step aside. It's not the right word either. God damn it! Starts with a D. I'm gonna talk about. You have a suggested Mediocre?
I said, what do you want to derail this conversation?
Not derail either. No. I'm going to. Anyways, let's talk about AMC for a second. I do owe you guys a 5-minute summary video. We did a live stream, Mediocre and I, where we listened to the earnings results, but I know a lot of y'all don't want to listen to a live stream. Digress. Anya, thank you. Thank you. That is the word. Allow me to digress from shot for a moment. The 5-minute summary video will be out tomorrow on AMC. So spend a lot of time today looking through the financials. And I got kind of like derailed, to use Mediocre's word, by listening to some of the bears and the emotional traders. Like, I don't understand why blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, let me have a little fun with this. And as a failed movie star, I like to work on my movie editing skills, because maybe one day I'll be a failed director too. And so I said, let me see if I can make this into a somewhat entertainment video, but still help in an entertaining way, educate people. So I did put out an AMC video today, and I encourage you guys to go watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. And shout out to my good friend and close buddy, Donahue George, for providing us the content idea. But more specifically, tomorrow we'll go through the whole financials in 8 minutes or less. Everything you need to know about what I think. Today we just talked about cash flow statement. And some of y'all, to be fair, have also been asking me, well, how did they burn? How did they burn 250? DG was not the only one that was asking that question. Donahue was not the only one asking that question. Many of you have been asking me that. So I just leveraged off of that to make the video to answer a question that a lot of you have. So there is one video out from me on AMC. There'll be another one tomorrow. And then we got Disney and CVS and Palantir and what else? Shot. Who knows what else? All right. We are now down for test number 4. Let's see where we're at. Time is 10:18 p.m. Mediocre, did you think I'd be at 0.08 by now?
You're probably going to be like a 6 right now.
All right, let's see. Warming up. Give me a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2,
1. Blow, 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 blow.
Calculating. Ooh, 0.077.
Wow, you're there.
God damn it. We got to wait 20 more minutes. The things I do for science, guys. I said we're going for 0.08. All right. This is going to be drink number 5. When my wife gets home from work, she's going to be like, what the fuck happened here tonight?
I got bent, honey.
All right. We're about this far into the bottle.
I just want to respond to Sixth Son real quick. Sixth Son, I seen your comment about the options. You're better off just jumping into Discord. It's easier that way. I don't really want to talk about it on here right now.
I'll see if I can find his. I'll see if I can find his comment here in a second, and I'll talk about it because I'm drunk. I mean, I'm not drunk.
I just didn't want to mess up the show about the safety shot. That's all. But go ahead. Your show.
All right, Mediocre. You got any shot jokes?
No, Tony. Salute.
Did anybody ever put in the chat the movie that my other quote came from?
Oh, I didn't notice it. I didn't know
it was like an army. It was like an army. Maybe it was 300 or one of those movies. Like, to our wives and our girlfriends, may they never meet. Might have been Braveheart. Fuck it, I don't remember. Anyways, if you know that fucking quote, let me know. Here we go with drink number 5. This is not alcohol abuse. This is due diligence to decide if we want to invest in ticker SHOT. We're doing a double-blind placebo study with a sample size of 1. I don't know if that's a thing, but I just made that up. But stay tuned for part 2, which will be tomorrow or Saturday, where we actually tonight I'm gonna time the whole come down on the BAC. We're gonna measure. You don't have to stay here for all this, but I'm gonna log every 20 minutes as my BAC declines, or every hour. I'll stay awake till 4 a.m. if it matters, if it takes that long. And then in a couple days, a day or two, we're going to repeat this test and drink this thing and see if it decreases the recovery time. Because if it does, we're all going to buy. And
That's right.
this thing is going to the moon. Not financial advice. Not telling you to buy, hold, or sell.
I'll even put on my tuxedo.
Go ahead and like and subscribe and do all that YouTube algorithm stuff. And anyways, numero 5, bottoms up. All right. That was actually 10:22 p.m. In science, it is important to be accurate. So we're going to log that as 10:22. Sarah says, Tony, do you hold DJT? I would love to buy some DJT, Sarah, but I don't have any right now. I will tell you that we made a, I don't want to say metric ton. There's another word I'd like to use, but we made a metric ton of money on DWAC back in the day. And those live streams are still up. The day that DWAC launched and Matt Core said, not really interested. I was like, margin that fucking day trading account to the hilt.
Martin Lawrence says that the safety shot tastes delicious. You're going to love it, Tony.
It's got all kinds of great, the ingredients look beautiful. So DWAC, I love DWAC. We made a lot of money on DWAC for the first couple of days when it traded back in the day. And then I never really came back to it. DJT, I made the mistake of looking at their financials and it ran up too fast for me to get in. And now it's at a point where my own risk management style for me says, don't do it right now. Let's pull it up real quick and then we'll get back to the financials on SHOT. I wish I have an account on True Social that I never use, but where I would want to be buying in is down here. Anything under $26. Shoulda bought here. I was not paying attention. This is a no. This is a hell no for me. I'm pretty scared. Could it go from 53 to 100 or 150? Sure. Don't let me talk you out of momentum trading. There's a lot of people that love Trump. There's a lot of people that will buy this stock no matter what. I fought those people on DWAC days. They were like, I'm not going to buy DWAC. That has to do with Trump. I'm like, stop letting your politics dictate your investing. You're an idiot. Can you make money on it? That's the only thing you should ask. So just know, as I look at this stock, I want the company to do well. I want True Social to do well. I want Donald Trump to win. This is not a political channel. But looking at the chart right now and knowing the financials that we're about to get into, I'm just hesitant. And I think there's other stocks I can buy that give me a higher reward for a lower risk. I don't know. Somebody send me a DM and convince me it's going to 79 again. Maybe I'll change my mind. Let's look at the hourly, mediocre. You still with me?
I'm here.
All right, let's look at the hourly and you tell me what you think. Now, I think you like Donnie Boy too, right? But this is not a political discussion. The chart. All right, let's look at this chart. It looks pretty fucking bullish still.
It does.
I'm not going to lie. There's not really a lot of bad shit here. I'm not trying to say don't fucking buy it. This is a nice chart.
Yeah, it's a good looking chart. It's got that beautiful W there too, and it just, oh God, looks good.
But what do we often say in the Discord, mediocre? The higher something goes, the more nervous we get. Just like my anxiety level starts kicking in. Maybe like if I do it, I just, what's the phrase I tell you guys? Not mitigate, that's not the right word, but scale my investment to the perceived risk. What do I mean by that? There were a lot of people when AMC was at 50, 60, 70 bucks, when MMTLP was at $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, liquidated everything they had and put it in this speculative play. That is not scaling your risk. That's just going full degen.
It's time, Tony.
How could it be time already? You don't want to go full degen. I mean, if you do, great. That's on you. I don't want to hear you come back on social media and see you crying on a video or saying you want to sue the CEO if you decided to go full degen. I say knock yourself out. If you understand the risk and you understand you're full porting your family's life savings into this stock, which has run up from $14 to $50, then I'm never going to criticize you. I will never criticize you guys for rolling the dice. I will only criticize you if you come back later and say, the system didn't protect me.
The system, Tony.
The system is rigged against me. Is that fair, mediocre? Like, if you're going to have regrets later that the system is not going to protect you, or the system is rigged against you, or FINRA is not going to have your back, don't fucking full port your family's life savings at $54.39.
I mean, we all believe that the market's corrupt in ways, right? So why would you, knowing that you talk about it every day on Twitter, on YouTube. I mean, others talk about it. There's people talking about this every day. Why would you risk all that? You know what I mean? I'm telling people not to play the stock at all. I'm saying
if I mediocre, if I invested in DJT tomorrow, you know what I would do?
What's that?
I would invest no more money than I was willing to lose. Have you ever heard that phrase before?
Absolutely.
You guys heard that phrase before? Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. When someone tells you that, I want you to think, whatever I invest, I'm about to lose it all.
Exactly.
And if you're okay with that, if you say, I'm going to invest 100,000 and Tony just told me don't invest what I'm not afraid to lose, and I'm not afraid to lose 100,000, then do it. That's your choice. But I don't want to hear you bitching, crying, whining, complaining next week that the Devin Nunes screwed you, FINRA screwed you, the judge screwed you, Donald Trump screwed you, Kenny Griffin screwed you. I don't want to hear none of that fucking bullshit, because you ain't going to get any solace from me.
And I'll say this, Trump has a lot of enemies. I'm not one of them, but a lot of people I shouldn't say a lot of people. People dislike Trump, and some of them have Trump derangement syndrome, we'll say, and they will short the stock just because they don't like him. And there's people that would pile into that to do that, and that alone scares me, because you got people with deep pockets that hate him so much that you never know what could happen. That's one of my biggest problems with it.
So bottom line, BioLife Hemp says, fuck it, it's only money. I can always claim illegal immigrant status.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm serious. Like, if you can have that kind of attitude about it, if you say it's only money and whatever you're investing, look, if I was investing in DJT tomorrow, I would only invest the amount where I could joke about it and say, it's just fucking money, mediocre. It's just fucking money, BioLife Hemp. Whether for me that's $100, $10, $1,000, 10,000, or 100,000, whatever that number is for you. If you can just look at it and say, fuck it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Then I say, God bless, do what you want.
Right. I hope you make tons of money doing it.
Yes.
Too.
Yes. But what kills me, what hurts me over the last 3 years is watching all these people getting angry, crying, divorced, suicide, losing their houses because they didn't follow the basic rule, which is do not invest what you can't afford to lose. They say it, but they don't live it. They've all said it, but they don't fucking live it. Why am I always so happy? Why does nothing affect me? Because I manage my risk.
It's because you're a rich movie star, Tony.
This residual is mediocre. I'm in a lot of these plays with you guys. I'm just not like, if it don't work out, I don't fucking care. I'm not like full porting my family's future into a speculative play. I have blue chip companies that I'm invested in for basic market, average, hopefully market beating returns. And I play the speculative plays for fun. I'm not trying to get rich overnight on a speculative play, but if it happens, great. Manage your risk. That's all I can say. I don't want to ever see you guys going through all of this angst and sadness and just misplaced anger that I see every day on Twitter and YouTube from these people who can't accept that they didn't do the own DD. They never read anything. They never read a financial statement. They never read these risk factors. They just full port everything. Let's do it. Let's go for the gusto. In a company that was not profitable, and make no mistake, DJT is not profitable. Guys, you're in a momentum trade. Can we be honest? Mediocre, have you looked at the DJT financials?
I think we talked about it.
Yeah, it's a momentum trade. Just, what's the phrase?
That's the other problem that people, I'm not picking on anybody. This is just facts, right? A lot of people who advertise probably won't advertise there right now, right? Not that they won't in the future, but
I'm not even talking about that, but mediocre. A lot of people are advertising DJT as a short squeeze, and maybe it is, but it's a short squeeze in a non-profitable company. And so your whole gamble is that Devin Nunes is successful. And so far, nobody's been successful yet.
Yeah, you're talking about the whole synthetic.
That's why, I mean, there's partly price momentum because of Trump. There's partly price momentum because of this naked shorting Devin Nunes thing.
I'm talking financially, right? Like Facebook is the price it is because they have a lot of people who advertise with them. Same thing with, what's another one? I mean, Twitter doesn't really have that, but he's trying to go that route and get more advertisement stuff, right? And they tried to make Elon Musk get rid of some stuff that they didn't like on his platform for advertising dollars. He told them to piss off, which I appreciate, right? But the fact of the matter is the company is going to have to get money somewhere. I'm tired of these plays where there's, the fundamentals are bad because once you go above what it's worth, it's easy to come right back down. And that's
just be careful. Just be careful. That's all we're saying. Like there's a lot of social media talk, guys. Whatever you're hearing, just remember it's dialed up to 11. I want you to dial it back to a 4 before you decide how much you're investing. All right. It is 10:36. What time are we supposed to be drinking? 20 minutes from 10:22. So why the fuck is my alarm going off? We got like 6 more minutes. I want to address Gorilla Gardener's comment, and then we'll get to the rest of you. He's laughing about Boeing. Funny you should mention that, my friend. Gorilla says, speaking of blue chips, I bet he didn't know that I bought Boeing. How is Boeing doing? Gorilla Gardner and all of you, if there's one thing I want you to know, at the moment that all of you have given up on a company, at the moment that all of you hate a company, at the moment that all of you think that a company is on the brink of disaster, that is when I'm buying.
Yeah, Bourne's a huge company.
The more of you that hate it, the more of you that make fun of me in the comments on a blue chip, I'm talking a blue chip company. You know how much hate I got for buying CVS, for buying Target, for buying Disney? But do you know how much money I made? Because I love to see your hate. I love to see your misguided political, just the way you're looking at plays. And the Gorilla, I'm not picking on you. I'm just talking about all the pink pantied trolls out there. And that's not you, Gorilla. But I love to see Boeing under the knife right now, because that's when I want to get in. Is Boeing safe right now at 181? Maybe not. But I'm looking at a 2, 5, 10-year play. I bought Boeing on the 8th yesterday at 177.03. You can see I did not get the bottom. A lot of people complain. Tony says he always gets the bottom on every stock. No, I don't. I don't get the bottom. I'm looking for a reversal. Sometimes I try and time before the reversal, but I don't always get it. Could Boeing go lower than 177? Absolutely.
Yeah, it could reject right there if it wanted to, but we don't know that yet.
Absolutely. But you know what? I didn't load the boat. I didn't full port my portfolio. And I posted this in the VIP Discord. All of these plays that I do, I post when I'm buying. I post my logic. I post my what I like and what I'm worried about. And what I said about Boeing is could go lower. It's a long-term play. I'm starting a position. Look at this fucking chart, 267. Look at this fucking chart, 436. Boeing could go down to 127. That's all right. I'm not looking at it as like I need to get rich in Boeing by next week. I want 80% of my portfolio to be 10 or 20-year plays, God willing that I live that long. I'm looking to buy in blue chip companies when everybody else hates it so that I can sleep at night knowing that I own a long-term profitable company, and I want to buy it when it's undergoing some momentary pain. And the worse that pain is, the more y'all hate it, the more I'm going to load up. The lower Boeing goes, the more I will increase my share size purchase. So I bought some here. If it drops 10%, 20%, I will buy more. I'm not buying a non-profitable company. I'm not being stupid. Oh, Warren Buffett said, buy when others are, what did he say? Buy when others are fearful.
Yep.
You want to do that on a profitable company. You don't want to do that on a Mullen. MMAT. Look, be fucking realistic. The reason other people are fearful on Mullen and MMAT is because they're shit companies. Is Mullen a shit? Is Boeing a shit company? No, it's a good company with a decades-long history that's undergoing momentary problems. That's a beautiful moment for me. The lower it goes, the more I'll buy. Not like I want you to, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like I bought an entry position here. If it drops 10 or 20%, I'll X up my buy. And I will still evaluate it every quarter to see what they're saying, to see what their outlook is, to see what issues they're grappling with. If I think it's hopeless, I'll get out. It's not a big deal. I'm not married to it. I'm just trying to to start accumulating a reasonable entry for a 2, 5, 10-year recovery. So go ahead and hate it. I love it. If I think that they're going to go bankrupt, I will tell you. I'll make a video and I'll get the fuck out. And apparently, since I bought Boeing yesterday, I owe you a video on Boeing. So add that one to the list of what I owe you a video on. If you're in the Discord and the VIP, all of these are posted. YouTube, look, when I have time to get to it, I get to it. I have a busy day every day. So Six Sun says, did any of y'all buy Solana at 16? I do not own any Solana. BioLife Hemp says, unfortunately, a lot of people watch some YouTubers and believed without knowing anything about the stock market. This was their first intro into it with Robinhood.
I have to agree with him on that.
Facts. 100%. BioLife Hemp says, that's not your alarm. That's your wife texting you, telling she's not coming home because I'm doing a science experiment. Let me just see. I think the hospital she works at closes at 11, BioLife. So normally she's home around midnight. She switched clinics that she's working at, and it's like 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. operating hours. So I think we're good still for at least another hour. But she's still going to come home to a mess. But she's okay with it. She's very cool. She took our dog to work with her. I don't know if y'all know our dog is very sick. He's doing okay. He's still alive. He
That's
was
good.
in, huh?
I said, that's good.
He's still alive. He's comfortable. I just told her, babe, look, we cannot. He was in the 24-hour care for 4 days. I was like, look, babe, we cannot. I love you to death. I know that was your dog you've had since he was a puppy, long before you met me. But you're dealing with a realist here. You're dealing with. I'm not, as much as I love you, I'm not spending $1,500 a day for a 13-year-old dachshund. Now, call me an asshole. I'll take it. I've already heard it from her. She wouldn't say it like that, but she's like, I would spend anything to keep my dog alive for another year. I was like, well, I would not. This is why marriages have people that have, people that are good with emotions and people that are good with the finances. At any rate, we made a decision on Tuesday. I was like, we had already spent $6,000 having that fucking dog in the hospital. I was like, he's got to come home today, no matter what. Tuesday afternoon, at the end of the day, shift change, 7 p.m. He's coming home. We'll deal with it. Whatever happens, we'll deal with it. All right, it's time to drink, and then we'll continue that story. Let's bring up the chart.
Drink?
Huh?
Well, you got to go over the 8. You were at 0.77, right?
We should be over. Yeah, well, maybe not another drink. Let's see where we're at. All right. Let's do the countdown, mediocre. Warming up. 5.
I'm just trying to save you a drink
3,
if you don't need it.
Calculating. Oh yeah, much success. We're really fucked up now. 0.10. We're like at 0.10, mediocre.
Aren't you glad you didn't take the next shot? Yeah. Holy fuck.
All right, the time is 10:46.
Oh man.
All right, let me focus my eyes here. 10:46 p.m. and the BAC is 0.0106. All right, That's it. We're stopping the drinking. The goal was 0.08. Not that we wanted to get drunk, but now, let's see. It should tell us. Ah, shit. I think the screen. Let me see how long it says for me to get sober again. I got to redo the test.
Yeah, Tony, it's 0.106.
Oh, thank you. I'm drunk mediocre.
I know. You're doing good though. We're good.
Now this one says 0.097. 6 hours and a half until sober.
Holy fuck.
All right. Since I got 0.0907, in the interest of doing, like a scientist would do, 0.097, I'm going to do a third test, and we're going to take the average. 0.097. We're going to take the average of 3 independent tests. That's how you would do it. Like if you were a carpenter, what do they say? Measure 3 times, cut once? Or is it measure?
Cut once, measure 3 times?
Yeah, I'm a failed carpenter, also mediocre.
Cut 3 times, measure once, Tony.
Calculating 0.098. 0.09. All right, so we have 0.106, 0.097, 0.098. Let's just go with 0.098. All right. If I want to be scientific instead of a drunk, like just estimator, 0.098. 0.098. I would average. Come on, damn it. Can y'all see this? Yeah. 0.098. All right. And it's not even centered. You know how much that irritates me? All right. All right.
Oh,
Equals sum. It's amazing what he can do even when he's still drunk. Divided by 3. All right. Oh, shit. The average is still 0.10. 0.10.
There you go.
All right. So I'm going to just move these results over here. We'll call this point. Can't even fucking hit the keep 0.10.
This is funny as shit.
All right, OCD complete.
All right, now set your timer.
How long do we gotta wait to check the come down?
That's at a half an hour, didn't it?
I forgot to fucking check it. It was supposed to tell me how long to get sober. What did it say? Like 9 hours?
6 hours. It said 6 fucking hours, Tony.
That's like
I'm not.
It's like at 5 in the morning. I'm gonna be straight at 5 in the morning. Great. Sparky, what's up? Hey, Sparky. Did you get my message, Sparky, about having a phone call tomorrow or today or whenever? Let me know. Send me your phone number. I will be sober by apparently 5 a.m. So let me know what's good for you. I want to get a video out to the folks, to the family. Ooh. I want to get a video out to the kids about the debt restructuring.
So Frankie, the safety shot doesn't start until the next video in a day or two.
Today is part 1, guys. So we got the safety shot, and I'm trying to be look, I have a engineering background. I don't have an engineering degree. This is very confusing for a lot of people. My degree is in economics. My minor is in finance and banking. But somehow I ended up in high tech and engineering. Don't try and understand it. Just listen to what I'm saying. Did I want to work on Wall Street back in the day? Yeah, but I was like, New York's fucking cold and I live in Texas and the chicks are hot. What can I do to possibly stay here? Oh, a startup tech company? Let me see if I can parlay this college degree into something else. So I originally thought I was going to go into finance, accounting, investment banking, and whatever. I did all of that study and I understand all that stuff, but I never did that for a job. I just fucking did it on my own, just like you guys. And it's been a passion, a love of my life. As a manager, I started an investment club for my employees that were getting paid $8 to $12 an hour to teach them 20 years ago about how to analyze stocks. This is a true fucking story. I know a lot of y'all hate me. You think I'm a fake, whatever. No, this has been a lifelong passion of mine, teaching people how to analyze stocks and how to make smart investments and how to manage your risk. And one day I'll have some of them on here and y'all can dox them too. But engineering wise, scientific wise, this spreadsheet wise, I want to do it as scientific as possible. I want today to just be this is just the baseline setting. We're going to test. We're going to see how long it takes me to return back to zero, because now we're in the critical phase, right? We're at 0.10. We're going to see how long, and I'm going to test every 15 minutes, mediocre. All right. Remind me, buddy. 11 o'clock. Are you still with me, mediocre? Did I lose you guys? God damn it. 11 o'clock. We're going to do the come down test on the BAC. And I want to see over the next hour how my blood alcohol content declines. And in a day or two, when we do part 2 of this very fun live stream, this DD that you're not going to get anywhere else, we're going to see if drinking this thing decreases the time. This is a critical part of the DD. I'm not just doing this for fun. So this is part of the work. Whether we do part 2. Oh, I just see mediocre left his chair. He probably went to the bathroom. Too much cranberry juice. When we do part 2, whether it's tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, we will repeat this exact scenario and we'll see if it improves. If it improves the results, I'm going to buy this stock. Hands down. Gorilla Gardener says, how much caffeine is in that drink? 200 milligrams, which scares me to fucking death. And I don't need to worry about it tonight because I'm not drinking it tonight. Let's put up the ingredients again for those of you who just joined us. 200 milligrams of caffeine. Like in the morning, if I'm feeling a little bit slow, I'll have a couple cups of coffee or an energy drink, not Red Bull because it's got that weak ass caffeine. I'll have something that has 200 milligrams. Like I can't imagine if we do this on Saturday and I have it at 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to be up till 5 a.m. 200 milligrams would keep me going for a while. It scares me to death. But if I was out partying, hell yeah. What do y'all remember? Do y'all know the drink called a Vegas bomb? If you're a bartender or if you're a frequent patron of a Vegas bomb, put in the comments the ingredients of a Vegas bomb. That is kind of like my jam. Like if I had a long fucking week and I took my wife out dancing on a Friday night and I was like, I'm old, baby. You know, she's like 50 years younger than me, right? She's a couple years younger than me, but I work a lot and I work hard and I get up early and I don't sleep a lot. So age is not really the relevant factor. It's just like how she sleeps a lot. I don't. If we get to the bar, the club, the dance hall, and I'm like, gotta have a Vegas bomb. I need a little bump. I need a little. Need a little bump to make it till 2 a.m. Crown Royal and Red Bull BioLife. Thank you, my friend. You are correct, sir. I will tell the bartender, and I know all the bartenders at my favorite place. I say, give me a Vegas bomb and give me the rest of the can. I want the whole can of Red Bull. Don't charge me no $15 and give me 1/4 of that can. I want the whole can. Yes, sir. No problem. Sparky says he replied back to me. Okay, thank you. I got sidetracked with the Donahue George video, so I haven't checked LinkedIn, but I will check it in the morning. And if you gave me a reasonable time for me to call you, I will call you tomorrow, and I appreciate your time. And Sparky can come back and tell y'all later if I'm a complete fake or not. I know there's a lot of people that think I'm just a complete fake. Tony DeNaro.
Fucking phony baloney.
Tony DeNaro is just a paid actor. He don't know shit what he's talking about. I have my diploma right over there. The frame broke. But yeah, I've read a couple books, mediocre.
I heard your nickname was Phony Baloney.
Yeah. I will debate any of these clown YouTubers about finance or accounting, even though I'm not a certified financial planner or an accountant. I know enough about economics, finance, accounting, and banking to put any of them under the table if they're not a professional. Look, if you're a CPA or a finance or like Sparky, a debt dude with a career in that, hey, I need you on my team because I'm not, that was not my career. I love you guys that know more than me. Why do you think I like May? Markets with May. She's fucking smart.
Yeah, she is.
I know my limits. I know just enough to be dangerous. I had all the education. I've been investing for a long time, but this was not my career. I want to help people that are here, that are new, that know nothing. Like, where do I fucking start? If that's you, you're my core audience. If you're a CPA, then you're on my team. You're my helpers. Keep me honest. Keep me between the lines. You're never going to hurt my feelings. I love to learn. Ask my wife. I'm reading, learning, trying to better myself every fucking day, 20 hours a day. All right. Time for the 15-minute test.
Blow in the tube, Tony.
Test number 6. Time is 11 p.m. My secret power, mediocre, is I like to read fucking filings.
I know you do. I could tell.
And my secret power is I understand them. The biggest problem that people have is they just don't like to fucking read. I'm not anything special. Anybody could do what I do. You just got to take the time to fucking read. Format, alignments. And I know a couple things about Excel. All right. Test. Probando. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Calculating. .090. Log it. Book 'em, Dano.
So it dropped a little bit.
090. Yeah, and y'all, I mean, don't feel obligated to stay here all night and watch me sober up. I honestly, it says 6 hours to 0 BAC. I'm going to do my best for science to stay here. I might just set, once we start rapidly dropping, I might set my alarm for once an hour. Format. I don't think we need to do every 15 minutes for the next 6 hours. That's a little bit of overkill. Wouldn't you agree, Mediocre? Like every 15 minutes till midnight seems reasonable.
Yeah.
And then I'll set it for once an hour and I'll wake up and test. That's not a big deal.
You're supposed to drop at least a point an hour or something like that.
Yeah, I'll do anything. I'll do anything for you guys. Because look, if this works, we're gonna get rich on this fucking stock. If it doesn't work, we had a couple fun nights. Not a big deal. Treetop says we just proved that the 1 drink an hour thing is a lie. You can drink more than one and be under 0.08. Yeah, that is actually true. So 9/11 to 10/18, I had 4 drinks and I was still not at 0.08, although I was at the cusp. So yeah, I was actually surprised by that. What do you think, Mediocre?
Yeah, I was surprised too because I thought you would have been there quicker.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I feel a little bit tipsy. Like I probably at this point would not be super safe to drive. Am I stupid drunk? Am I stumbling, slurring my words? No, y'all have seen me slur my words. We've been well over a 0.10 on this channel once or twice in the past 3 years. We're not at that. We're not that bad yet. I think, the night that Alex was here, we did bingo. That was probably pretty bad. But, yeah, 4 drinks and we didn't even get over the legal limit. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny. The myth about 1 drink an hour. I think the thing about 1 drink an hour is it takes 1 hour to clear. Maybe that's where we get confused. You can like slam 4 drinks, but then you got to stop because it takes an hour to clear each drink.
And I think you only drop 1 point an hour or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Sparky says you can call anytime tomorrow. Just remember when you're still drunk in the AM. I won't be drunk in the AM. I won't be.
I think if you were driving and you blew even a 0.03, they're going to fucking arrest you. They're going to ask if you had a drink.
What are they going to arrest me for?
I don't know. They'll arrest you for DUI or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck they do.
Well, I don't know either.
I've never gotten stopped for any of that, so I don't know.
I have been stopped twice, but I was able to talk my way out of it, Mediocre. In 35 years, stopped twice. I told you about one earlier. Once I was in my neighborhood, like I entered the gated community and he flipped the lights on. I was like, I literally live 100 yards right down here. He's like, all right. And the other one, I don't really remember. I think I just was really good at acting sober. So I've been stopped twice in my life. I can tell you that there's been more times than that when I was stupid and in my 20s where I drove when I shouldn't have. Now I'm a lot more careful about it. That shit ain't funny. They've lowered the number and they've increased the penalty. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They don't fuck around anymore. People get fucking killed from this shit. Do not drink and drive.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just But that's the thing. Like even if I blew a .03, if you admit to having a drink, you're fucked.
Yeah. London Voice says, Tony, well, he doesn't say Tony. He just says you look drunk. Well, I've had 5 drinks in 1 hour, my friend. 90 minutes. So we are doing, just a reminder, we're doing the baseline testing for evaluating a stock. And we're going to be doing the actual scientific testing tomorrow or Saturday. So stay tuned for the part 2. Tonight's just to establish our baseline. I want to be as scientific about it as possible. It's not that I wanted to have 5 drinks tonight. I just want to, what would be the point, Mediocre, if we just did this tonight and then I took the drink and I got better in 30 minutes, then he would say, well, how do you know you wouldn't get better without the drink?
Exactly.
This is why we're doing this in 2 parts. I hope y'all can understand that. If you have any background in finance, math, science, you understand what we're doing here. We got to set a baseline.
Tony's going to try and eat the same stuff that he ate today and all that stuff.
I'm going to be as close as I can to eat the same foods. Whether we do it tomorrow or Saturday, I got to check with my wife and see what day she has to work. I'm going to try and eat the same foods, the same time, and just keep it all as consistent as possible.
Because this is actually a real test. We want to see if it actually works.
My last meal, Jerry, was around 7 p.m. my time. And I kept it light. Like I didn't want to have a super full belly that was going to absorb a bunch of alcohol. So I just made something easy that I could recreate in a couple days. It was a deli meat sandwich, 2 slices of wheat bread, tablespoon of mayo, 2 slices of deli turkey. I forget what kind, probably honey baked turkey, and 1 slice of mozzarella. Very basic, easy to recreate in a day or 2. I don't want to have to worry about like, oh, I ate some fancy home cooked meal. No, I've already been thinking about this all day. Jerry says, when was your last meal? London says he's not Jesus. Yeah, I'm not fasting. I did want I did want to have some food in my stomach, but I didn't want it to be like a 16-ounce ribeye steak. You know what I mean? BioLife says the second time you got pulled over, Tony, the cop looked down at his watch and says, I get off in 30 minutes. Do I want to stay around another 3 hours? Get home safe. Yeah. The Lord was on my side for sure. I was definitely fucked up, BioLife. He had me dead to rights. My only saving grace, I was entering my neighborhood and I had a straight shot to my house. Frank says, I was stopped one time and the cop made me take the breathalyzer test 4 times. Were you drinking, Frank?
No, he told this story in the Discord the other day.
I know. I want him to say it.
Okay.
He said, the cop made me take the breathalyzer test 4 times. Frank actually told me this story earlier today.
Oh, shit.
The cop was telling Frank, I don't understand how you keep passing this test. I don't know, officer. How about because I didn't have a fucking drink? Frank apparently got pulled over sober. Frank, how long did that cop detain you? How long did he detain you for multiple? You had to take multiple breathalyzer tests, even though you told them you had no alcohol and you tested multiple times. with 0.0.
And it was fucking cold outside too, wasn't it?
Now he's saying he had one drink, but I mean, anyways.
No, he always said he had one drink. He said he had a drink with dinner.
He was detained for 2 hours. Did you tell them that you were a sovereign citizen? You were not. You were not traversing the public roads under commercial purview.
Oh man.
Six Son says, Tony, have you ever drove home after drinking a 12-pack of beer? I cannot physically drink a 12-pack of beer, Six Son. I can't. I just can't. My stomach's not big enough to drink a 12-pack of beer. Now, if I was out on the lake from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the Texas heat where it's 110 and we're swimming and, just goofing off, could I drink a 12-pack? Maybe. I don't know. I never kept count, but Jesus Christ, man. 3 beers is about a limit for me, honestly. If we're out dancing, if I take my wife out and we're out dancing, we'll go out like 10 p.m. We'll be out till 2. That's 4 hours. Could I drink a 6-pack then? Yeah. But I'm literally burning 2,000 calories. It doesn't even register.
I'm with BioLife Hemp on this one, Tony. Read this comment.
He says, BioLife says, I believe in Ron White's theory. BAC is different and every person need to jump in the car and let me drive around. I'll show you I'm not drunk.
Did you ever see that skit? Oh,
that's the ultimate test. Let me just set up some cones, officer. Let's see how I do.
Oh man.
I like that. I like that video. The one where it's from that TV show where the officer says, like, she's like having him do all the drunk tests, and he's like, she has him do something like related to dancing. He's like, no, what you need to do is like a hop, skip, jump, kick your heels.
I just watched that.
And she's like, oh, you didn't do it. He's like, I know, I'm a little drunk.
I just watched that on TikTok the other day.
Every time that pops up in my feed, I will watch it because it's fucking hilarious. That's like some shit a fucking Texan dancer would do. A Texan country dancer would do that shit. I guarantee you. We are stupid like that.
I love me some Ron White. They call me tater salad. Oh man.
Reno 911. Thank you. Six Son says in his 20s he had a 12-pack and he doesn't know how he made it home. There has been in my life, Six Son, and I'm not proud of this. I'm just telling y'all to be honest. One time in my life, like I don't fucking know how I made it home. I'll tell you the story in a second. It is test time. Test number 7. Warming up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Calculation. .081. And it says 5 hours, 25 minutes till sober. Sober. Point. Not .08. One time, like from downtown to where I lived, which was way out there, it was a long straight road with a couple of intersections of other main roads. And I remember driving home one night in my 20s, late 20s probably, still single. And I came to a light and I remember turning right because Like when I get to my main road, I'm supposed to turn right, go a half a mile, and then left into my neighborhood. I turn right on this road at the light, and I'm driving for miles and miles and miles. Like at some point, my brain realized, bro, you're not on the right road. Like you were supposed to turn in your neighborhood a long way back there, and none of this looks familiar. I was like, holy shit. I am so fucking drunk. I don't even know what road I'm on. And then I figured out what road I was on. There was only a couple, but that was pretty dangerous, Mediocre. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you come to a stoplight on your way home that you go every day and you can't even tell what is the main road to turn on. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, you're pretty banged up.
There's literally only been a couple times in 35 years that I've been that bad, but again, that's the one that stands out. I don't remember the date, but I'm pretty sure it had to do something with Mexican martinis.
I don't usually get banged up like that. I don't. I'm good.
These fucking Mediocre. Hey, y'all come down here to Texas and let me get you a couple tumblers of Mexican martinis. And let's see how you do. You know what a Mexican martini is?
I'm not sure what a Mexican martini is, but I know what a martini is.
It's like a fucking strong ass margarita, and they serve it in a martini glass, but you get the whole fucking metal tumbler.
I gotcha.
So it's like 2.5 drinks, and they're supposed to cut you off at 2 tumblers, but they often didn't. If you knew the bartender, if you know what I mean. So yeah, sometimes they didn't cut us off, and that was bad news. They should have cut us off. I'm pretty sure that day had something to do with a Mexican martini.
Mexican martini.
That was the same drink. That was the same drink when I worked second shift, and I drove back to the factory. The first shift people, it was HR. They're like, Tony, just come meet us. You're a manager now. That's what they fucking said. That's what they fucking said. Like my shift on second shift started like at 4 p.m., 3 p.m., whatever. And first shift, there was like a 1 hour overlap. And I was managing the factory and the engineering people. They're like, just come, Tony, you were first shift all this time. You're a fucking manager. Just come with us. Have a drink. Nobody's going to fucking care if you leave. And you just go back to work and work till 11. And I was like, all right, you're HR. What am I supposed to argue with you?
Yeah, right.
And I went, and this was back when we could smoke cigars. They had an upstairs lounge. You could smoke cigars, get your 2 tumblers of Mexican martinis, and just fucking rock it out and have a good time. And I was pretty much the only manager. Like there might have been 6 engineering managers on first shift, and they all had groups on second shift, but I was the only second shift engineering manager. So I dotted line managed every engineering staff. I had my direct reports, and I had dotted line for everybody else. So that's why I say nobody was going to really miss me. It was not like I had a boss. There was no boss checking on me on second shift. And the HR person said, just come, Friday. I went to the happy hour at 5:00, like an hour. I got to work. They convinced me to go to happy hour, go to happy hour, had a couple of Mexican martinis, come back to work like a diligent employee. I was like, oh, shit. Shit's kicking in. I need to take a little nap before I go back in there. Around 7, 8 o'clock, I'm like right in the parking lot in my car.
Oh, boy.
And then I wake up. Oh, fuck. I got to go in, check in with the folks. And I get out of my car and I look around. The fucking parking lot's empty, Mediocre. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Holy shit.
And I wasn't parked out in the back. I was like parked right in the main fucking entrance.
So
right
they
in the
all
front.
walked by you.
They all walked by me with my seat laid back. Oh God. Nobody ever said anything. Nobody ever said anything, but that was an embarrassing moment, and I never repeated that incident.
That would be embarrassing.
Fuck HR. Fuck HR. When they tell you, just come on. Don't do it, guys. We were kind of like, you know, that was
Can't
back in
trust HR these days anyway.
it was back in the 90s. Things were a lot more free and crazy back then. BioLife Hemp says, all right, mediocre. I think when we get to like 0.07, we're going to call it a night because I know you're already past midnight in your zip code. Probably this next test in 8 minutes, we'll call it a night for the live stream. Well, I'm going to quit when it's at 0.07. Then I'm going to set my alarm for every hour. I'm actually feeling okay already right now.
That's good.
I mean, I was feeling it there at 0.10, but I'm feeling more normal now.
Your liver's kicking in?
The liver's kicking in, yeah. BioLife Hemp says, my worst night, just got off patrol and was drinking old Mad Dog 2020, passed out on the front lawn. Wife brought a blanket and threw it over me. Woke up the next morning with the kids waiting for school. Holy fuck. BioLife Hemp, I have woken up in my driveway in my car a couple times, but I knew that I made it to my driveway, and I knew that I was just too tired or lazy to get out of my car and go upstairs. And there were, you know, that was when I was single and it didn't really matter. I was just like, oh, fuck it. Never have fallen asleep on the front lawn. And I have never had Mad Dog 2020. Should we do a MD 2020 night, mediocre?
Oh God, that shit I used to drink that shit in high school.
I've never fucking had it.
I can't do it.
What do y'all think? Should we do it? Where's Gus?
Gus is definitely down. Gus is in bed right now. Gus is gone. He's ready. He'll be ready tomorrow night. Gus is gonna be fired up if we do a live stream. You already told me.
I want to do I've never done a Colt 45. Have you done a Colt 45? Is it a Colt 40 or a Colt 45? What's the big Colt drink? You know, like what are those called, you guys?
It's a Colt 45.
And there's a couple of other brands.
There's Golden Anniversary. Oh.
No, that one doesn't ring a bell. There's is there a Old London or a Old English or something? In college, I worked at a convenience store for a summer, and we sold a bunch of that shit. And I don't remember. I remember selling all of them, these big fucking bottles, but I never tried one. There's like 2 or 3 main brands that people buy. Some of y'all help me out. Is it Old English, Six Son? I think
Old
that's
English,
right. Yeah, I think that'd be fucking fun, and I would do it. I mean, I'd pound a Colt, Mad Dog 2020, or I don't know if I could. Can you drink a whole MD 2020? Mediocre.
Not me. I ain't even going to try.
Yeah, that sounds bad. I think a Old English or a Colt 45. I think I could do one of those. They're malt liquor, right? They're not beer.
Yeah. So somebody said Mad Dog 2020 is not 20% alcohol no more. It's only 13%. Treetop says that.
Yeah, let's get my female friend Alex back over here and do a Colt 45 versus Old English challenge night. That would be fun. 4 minutes to the next test, maybe the last test on the live stream. But yeah, I mean, hey, if some of y'all are MD 2020 Old English or Colt 45 drinkers, or if you have that skeleton bone in your closet and you want to just like dig it out for one night, drop me a comment. Drop me a comment and say, Tony, I'm down. Let's do it. I'll do it just for the hell of it.
My whole life says you could drink a Mad Dog 2020, but you're going to need 2 safety shots.
You're going to be what?
He said you could drink a thing of Mad Dog 2020, but you're going to need 2 safety shots.
Six Son says, Tony, please don't.
So Tony, earlier somebody was in the chat. They said that safety shot stuff tastes like crap. It's really gross, right?
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, and then I told you, oh, this guy says it tastes delicious.
I know. There was someone earlier that said, Tony, you're gonna love the taste. It's kind of like Girlfriend's mediocre. One says this tastes great, and the other one says this tastes gross.
You're gonna find out.
But anyways, yeah, if we do an MD 2020 night, you know, at some point I will be testing to make sure we don't get unsafe. I don't want to get like in a dangerous zone.
What's the dangerous zone, Tony?
I don't know. I got this manual. I just ordered this shit on Amazon, so I got the manuals. Somewhere in here it says like at what point you're at danger of death. I'm serious. I'm serious. Let me see what it says here. It's like big capital letters. Not this book. Where the fuck is it? Terms of service.
I need to hear this. BioLife Hemp says 0.3 or higher.
All right. I thought there was a chart. Thought there was a chart, but maybe I'm. Here's what it says at 0.10, which is where I got tonight. It says significant impairment of motor coordination and loss of good judgment. Speech may be slurred. I don't think I quite got there tonight, but we have been there. Well, who am I to judge? But
you were slurring a little bit, Tony. Not too bad, though.
Not as bad. I'm just saying, like, not as bad as I know that I have.
Yes, exactly.
we've had worse nights on this channel. There's like times where balance, vision, reaction time, hearing will all be impaired. All right, so yeah, I mean, mostly not that bad for tonight. We've been worse a couple times. 0.13 to 0.15, gross motor vehicle impairment and lack of physical control, blurred vision, and major loss of balance. Euphoria is reduced and dysphoria begins to appear. I've never had any problems with dysphoria, anxiety, and restlessness. Not really in my personality type. 0.16 to 0.20, nausea may appear. That's happened to me once or twice. I think once that I can recall in my life. And then 0.25. All right, 0.25. We're starting to get serious. Need assistance in walking. Total mental confusion, dysphoria with nausea, and some vomiting. Did you guys ever see that YouTuber that died from, I think he was over drinking live on YouTube, and he passed out and his roommates didn't do anything for him and he died?
I did not know that, no.
I think it was from drinking. They were like pounding shots and he was like, and then he fell fucking over on camera and they didn't fucking help him and he died. 0.30 0.30 is loss of consciousness, onset of coma, possible death due to respiratory arrest. All right. So, I mean, the max I'd go, even if we did a MD 2020 just for fun night, 0.12. That's the max I would do. I'm not going to be stupid.
Yeah.
We want to have fun. We don't want to fucking die.
Exactly.
It's about the camaraderie and the whole just like, hey, I finally did a MD 2020.
I get all kinds of shit from the liquor store. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm 2 minutes past my time. Let's update the time here and do the test. 11:32. I'm actually not tired at all, mediocre. It must be that safety shot. Oh wait, I didn't even have one. You guys know I stay up late every night, so. But I did not have a nap today either. All right, warming up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Calculating. .078.
See that?
It barely went down. Last one was .081.
That's
0.
it went down almost 3 points, though.
No.
Well,
It went down 3/1000.
yeah. Maybe this shot will fucking ramp it up quicker.
This is going to be this. Honestly, guys, I love science experiments. I've done so many different science experiments about diet, about ketogenesis, about the carnivore diet. This type of stuff is right up my alley. I love doing stuff like this. So it is always important to do a control night. And that's what tonight is. We didn't even get to finish talking about the fucking risk factors.
I know. Or the financials.
Let's just hit on a couple real quick while we're waiting the last 15 minutes because I want to be below 0.07. The company's got ship for cash and 10 million in expenses. They're fucked. Raising additional capital may cause dilution. Same fucking warning that AMC had, but nobody fucking read it. Oh. I don't care about that, Tony. You're just a bear. You're trying to scare us out of the play. Yeah, that's a major red flag. What else? What else we got here? Risk related to our securities. We are an emerging growth company. We cannot be certain if the disclosure requirements applicable will make our common stock less attractive. Well, that's boilerplate. Risk of requirements of being a public company may strain our resources and distract our management. Not as much as those Friday nights at the strip clubs, my friends. We have broad discretion in the use of our net proceeds. Well, back to the strip clubs again. Our management has limited experience in managing the day-to-day operations, just like Mullen. Compliance with changing corporate governance regulations may result in additional risk and exposures. All right. Certain of our stockholders hold significant portion of our voting securities. Yeah, that's something to worry about. If securities are stock, we do not intend to pay dividends. Adam Aaron, when are you going to pay a dividend? Read the fucking covenant.
Real gardener wanted me to tell you it's not about the fundamentals, Tony.
It's never about the fundamentals, and TA doesn't matter either. Remember, it's just about that beautiful short squeeze.
Oh man,
that guy on TikTok told me about it. Our issuance of additional common stock may cause our price to fall. God, am I reading the AMC or the shot risk warnings? Anti-takeover provisions. What? Mediocre. What is this anti-takeover? Let's vote against this. How dare they have anti-takeover provision? All right. Our common stock may become subject to the SEC's penny stock rules. Yeah. All right. Unresolved staff complaints then. All right. So, yeah, guys, there's about 12 pages of risk warnings. I'm just kind of glossing over it to be funny, but it's not funny. You should read these and you should take them serious. And I think going forward, when we talk about non-profitable or penny stock companies, I'm going to ask you guys, all right, you want to talk about SHOT? Tell me your top 2 risk factors that you're worried about and how you plan to mitigate it. I think that's a fair conversation, right? Because if you tell me, Tony, what are you talking about? I don't even know what a risk factor is. I'll be saying to you, why are you investing in this company? And if you say, I'm just here for the momentum, I'm not a buy and holder, then I'll say, God bless you. Go do the Lord's work.
Well, what if they say they're here for the squeeze, Tony?
If you say, I'm going to hold this diamond-handed bitch till the grave to prove a point to the hedgies, I'm going to say, go read the risk factors, because I can't talk to you until you have. Until you're reading from my Bible, we're not speaking the same language. You can drink that cherry Kool-Aid, but we're over here drinking MD 2020. We're drinking a man's drink, not a child's drink, mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's look at the I'm going to skip past all the legal shit. Hey, did you know that AMC was involved in legal cases before we invested, mediocre?
I did hear something about it, but no, I didn't know that.
Imagine somebody in 2024 saying, hey guys, AMC was involved in a lawsuit in 1998. Do you hate Adam Aaron now? No, we don't hate Adam Aaron because of a lawsuit in 1998, because we weren't invested then and we don't fucking care. If we did care, guess what we would have read? We would have read legal proceedings where every fucking thing is disclosed. And if you're making videos or talking about it on Twitter because you're mad that SHOT or MMAT or Troika or BBBY or GameStop or AMC was involved in a lawsuit 1, 2, 5, 10 years ago, all you're telling me is you're an idiot that didn't read the 10 Qs. Because look, they go back through years of shit. AMC's has years of shit. You're just telling me you don't read. You don't care. You're not protecting yourself. So I don't want to hear about it in 2024, what you're mad about that happened in 2018. I don't care. I don't care that you're upset. Do your DD next time. Doesn't mean read a tweet or read Reddit. Read these documents.
Good night, Flo.
Read these documents, legal proceedings. All right. Do we need to go any further, or should we save the financial analysis for part 2?
Save it for part 2. That's good.
All right. I'll try and see if we know that they're on the precipice of danger right now, right? Let's leave a cliffhanger for tomorrow or Saturday. $10 million in operating expenses, only $3.8 million in cash. How are they going to survive, mediocre? I don't know. How are they going to survive? Stay tuned, boys and girls.
You got 4 minutes before you blow again.
Stay tuned, boys and girls, for part 2 of this story, where we will let you know how they're going to survive or not. I don't know. I don't even know the answer to this story. I know that last time I looked at it, it scared the shit out of me. And that wasn't because I had a safety shot. BioLife Hemp says any company operating more than 10 years most likely has some type of lawsuit, right? But BioLife, you know what I'm talking about, right? You see all these dipshits, these emotional, pink-pantied crybabies that are complaining. Oh, did you know Adam Aaron was involved in a lawsuit in 2001 and in 2005 and in 2008? Yeah, no shit, dumbass. Have you ever owned a company in your life? Pretty much most of y'all, if you've owned a company in your life for 10 years, you've probably been in a lawsuit too. I'm not even talking about a publicly traded. I've been in, no.
Somebody tried, Tony.
I've been in arbitration for companies I didn't even buy. Jesus Christ, wake the fuck up, people. Lawsuits are just part of the job. Owning the float. What's up, amigo? OTF says, congrats to everyone who sold calls and puts. Cha-ching. You know, that's how we roll over here, OTF.
That's right.
Adam Aaron will pay a dividend when I become a white woman. Man, OTF, look, man, I love you, brother, but don't come over here trying to talk that bull. This is not a channel where we're pumping dividends. So I know you're just trying to troll people, but like, just be respectful of the channel you're on. This is not a channel where we're popping hopium about dividends. Like, respect my channel, man. You know I love you. We can joke around, but don't be a dipshit on my channel. I say that with the utmost respect. You can hate Adam Aaron, but like the stupid trolling, come on, man. Go do it. Go do it on the channels that are pumping a dividend. I will applaud you. But you're just insulting my time and all of my listeners' time. He says good night. He might not have even heard that, but that's how I kind of feel. Like, don't troll my channel for stuff we don't talk about. You feel me, mediocre? Am I wrong here for being upset about that shit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't pump a dividend because I know we ain't getting one. I asked Adam Aaron that goddamn question.
I know. It's like literally nothing in 3 years we've ever talked about.
I was hopeful we would have gotten one, but the writer's strike killed that. But I knew after talking to him before conversion reverse split, we weren't getting it because he told me.
I get these no voters were given their talking points and their scripts, and they got to go to every chat and say the same fucking shit. But don't waste my time complaining and trolling my audience about stuff we don't talk about here. Just makes you look dumb. I like Mike. I think he's a funny guy. I mean, he thought Goodwill was going to get written off. That's pretty funny.
I just like selling my options, man, and swing trading my stocks. I like his first comment. Congratulations to all the people who made money selling their options. I feel you, Float. Thank you.
So mediocre. We're kind of thinking. All right, just to catch y'all up, I'm going to give y'all, for those of you that are late night owls, I'm going to do my AMC video tomorrow because I got distracted with Donahue this morning. He called me and he said, "Tony, I need help," and he left me a message, and I had to get back to him, but he wouldn't pick up. I'm kind of making some of that up, just is for. I'm being a little over dramatic, but I got distracted helping Donahue out today with that video. Tomorrow, I did do a lot of finishing up my DD for the AMC Q1 video, and that will be coming out tomorrow. But as part of that DD, I was doing the analysis of the dilution and where we're at. And why were we talking? Oh, we're talking about price caps, mediocre. I was going to ask you, long story to get to this question. Where do we think, we being like the general group, not just Tony, don't sue me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we think is kind of like the price cap over the next couple of weeks, and why?
350.
350. 350. Because
Because we still got dilution overhead.
boing. Yes. 125 million of dilution. And Adam Aaron is diluting at, hang on, let me pull it up so you can see that I'm not open. You can see I'm not making this shit up.
Tony, tell them how quick we were on that after the earnings call when we got those numbers. How fast were we working on that?
We were on it like a whiffed on crack whore that found a bag of heroin on the curb. I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
We were on it, people. That's all I'll tell you. We were on it. We weren't messing around.
322. 322 is the average price that they are diluting at. So we're kind of seeing like if 322 is where they're willing to dilute, then a 350 selling a 350 covered call should be relatively safe. Could you still lose your shares? Yeah. Could you be a dumbass like me and sell them for $3 last Friday? Yeah, you could.
But Tony, you got a chance to get them back tomorrow.
Now, I'm gonna get them back. I'm gonna get back in. I will be back. Either way, mediocre. I'm gonna be back in. I did buy some shares this week. I sold some cash secured puts this week at $3 and 350 strikes with a beautiful premium. I'm going to be back in my position no matter what under $3. Maybe not fully back in by tomorrow, but this just gives me a great opportunity to be patient and rebuild my position because I was not expecting any massive run up.
I'm waiting for some shares I bought at 282 of this if I get my shares.
Scarlett's back home. All right, let's do this last test.
Hi, Scarlett.
She can't hear you because I have the headset in.
Oh, that's all right.
Hey, babe, you want to come get on camera? Do you want to tell them what you think about testing out this safety shot drink? Testing out this drink? I'm not doing it tonight. We're just getting drunk tonight to test out how long it takes to get sober.
You gotta blow in the thingamodoogie. Let's go.
Do you want to come do a look? I got one of these too. You want to come try it out? Are you scared? All right. 11:49. Hang on, mediocre. We're wrapping up here, babe. Hang on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Make your screen bigger.
0.08. Hang on. Mediocre, it went up.
Oh, that's possible.
All right, I'm gonna repeat the test. I didn't. I mean, I gave the cat some dry food. I have not checked on your rabbits. He's like, did you feed it? Did you feed anybody? Like, babe, we're over here doing science. Come on. Warming up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Calculating. .077. Like I basically haven't moved on my BAC in 20 minutes, mediocre. That's pretty bad. 0.
Your liver is slow, Tony.
Maybe I need to be going to get in a liver value check. Hey, babe. How's the dog doing? Is Tebow okay?
stopped wanting to eat that food that he's been eating for like the past 2 days from work. I don't know why. Like I don't know if he knows that there's medicine in it, or if he just like wants his regular food back. So I opened up a can of like critical nutrition that we have at work. It smells really like, what's that? And like he started eating that right away.
He looks tired.
I brought the best. Yeah, he's standing up all day at work, staring at.
She took him to work this afternoon. Now they just got home, and he's laying down there in the dog bed right next to me. Mediocre.
Nice.
He's trying to pass out. He looks like he's had 5 shots of bullet rye.
He needs a safety shot.
Tebow, you want a safety shot? He's out, man. He's out like a light. Out like a light, like a light, like a light.
Yeah, I mean, it's like sometimes he feels good, and I don't know about the other times. You know, maybe his body's trying to fight this infection, but sometimes it makes me feel shitty.
Hey, did the hospital call you back with any test results?
No, not yet.
Still, so we're waiting on 2 test results. One for a viral, was it a viral infection?
For
Leptospirosis and Addison's disease.
It's to check and see if he has Addison's disease. I don't know what it's called.
So yeah, we're waiting on 2 test results. He's got so many fucking issues going on. Like, of course, you would think in a state like Texas, you could get a test overnight, but he's got so much shit going on. Nothing's easy with this dog. So one test they had to send off Mediocre to the University of Michigan, and the other one, the viral test, takes like 5 days to culture. So I was like, I'm sorry, the dog's not going to be in the hospital for 5 days. We'll take our chances at home. And she's given him IV fluids subcutaneously. How many? Or is it twice a day, babe? Once a day.
Subcutaneous fluid, subcutaneous fluid under the skin once a day.
How many medicines is he on? Like, how many pills does he have? Like 5 new ones?
More like
6 new pills. But he's doing okay. I mean, before we took him to the hospital, he was just like looking like, I don't even want to look at you guys. He wouldn't even look at us.
No, that ain't good.
That's how bad he felt. And he wouldn't eat. If you ever have had a dachshund or known a dachshund and they don't want to fucking eat, you know you got a problem.
Yeah.
So he's eating now. He can get up, go outside to the bathroom. He's not perfect, but I mean, the 4 days in the hospital, they saved him. And now we're hoping that one of the tests that they did will tell us definitively what he has, because then we know how to treat it. They gave us 6 medicines, kind of like a just in case shit. But we still don't know what's wrong with him other than his kidneys aren't working.
It was very like acute.
Yeah, his kidney levels couldn't even be measured. They were so off the chart, Mediocre.
Yeah, it's not good.
I know. But you want to come give them the rundown, babe? She's trying to give me the whole medical diagnosis. It's a lot. It's a lot. Trust me. All right. Sparky's still here. He says, hi, could have back under 3. Oh, you're talking about AMC stock? Yeah, Sparky, I had a buy limit order at 291, and I set a sell cash secured puts for 18 cents today, $3 strike, and neither one hit. I needed the price to go to about 290. So I was being greedy. I mean, I could have bought at 291, 292. I'll take my chances tomorrow. I think there's no reason to rush unless AMC gets some magical unicorn spike thanks to GameStop. I think there's plenty of time to be patient in this stock. And I don't know if it's Mediocre or you or someone else in Discord today said, "God damn, Tony, you're a fucking patient motherfucker."
That was me.
I am a patient. I will wait a year to buy some shit at my price if I got to. But look, this is why. Like I don't want to rag on anybody, but I consider AMC a speculative, risky play, and the best way for me, the first step for me to de-risk, is to get the absolute lowest price I can. And I'm never going to time the bottom on anything perfect, but we got a lot of unknowns hanging out there with AMC. And if it goes completely against me, all right, so what? I'm not betting my house on it. But if it goes good, even if it goes up to $4, $5, $6, let's dream a little bit, $6. If I got in at 280, it's not a bad return for a year, 100%. That's how I kind of look at it. I'm not trying to.
And you, Gus, and my father, I mean, you guys.
We're assholes about risk, right? We're assholes about bottom feeding.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's doing what I'm doing in the Discord. I'm probably one of the worst about like, no, I'm just not going to buy it. I'll wait. And sometimes that works against me. Sometimes things run up and I miss it, but I'm okay with that because there's always another week. There's always another play. It's not a big deal. Learn to control your emotions, expand your horizons. There's always something, guys. Anya says, what company makes that BAC thingy? The company, Anya, not sponsored, is called BAC Backtrack. They have like a $69 version, a $99 version, and a $129 version. I would not get the ones from any company that are $39. Go for the $69 or $89 one. This one was $89. Same day delivery. Saheb, what's up? Saheb says, in the past, GameStop and AMC seem to run side by side. Now it seems completely disconnected. Good point. However, Saheb, GameStop is not actively diluting. Am I right? Sparky, Anya, Mediocre, anybody?
Absolutely.
GameStop's not diluting, guys. You can't, these plays might have some things in common, but you got to understand what's different too. Every time AMC runs up, the price of the stock runs up, the company's selling. You know this, right? They're selling $250 million worth of shares. And you have seen this, you've seen them telling you that they sold 12 million at an average price of $327 in April. Now we're at 25 million total at an average price of $322. There's your cap. Like, just be aware of that stuff, and then things start making more sense. I know there's a lot of people tell you, oh, the man's keeping it down. The man is AMC. That's, I mean, some serious shit.
They need the money.
AMC is keeping it down. And so we got to be careful. Just be mindful of that. It's not bad. The company needs to raise money. Let them fucking raise money. But there's plenty of people that don't watch my channel. They're going to buy. I saw a guy that boasted about buying stock at $325 the other day. I was like, what a dumbass. You just bought at the top. I'm gonna wait a day or two and get it at $290. I mean, it's just 20 or 30 cents, but that could make a difference if all it runs to is $4. Just be aware of what's going on in your play so you can maximize your gains if you're trying to trade it. Look, if you're trying to hold it for 2 years till 2026, 2027, and hoping the box office shoots up, which God bless us all, maybe that happens, then it won't matter. It literally won't matter if you got it at 280 or 325. It won't matter. But I'm thinking about what can I do to increase my income, protect my capital, do the best for my family right now. I have blue chip plays, profitable companies that I'm counting on for 2027. This is a speculative play. I'm not going to bet my family's future on this. I don't say that to be mean. I just say that to share with you how I view it. Once we know the dilution's done, then we kind of change how we analyze this play. Once we know that the debt is restructured or not, Sparky, I'm going to talk to you guys more about that later this week, the debt restructuring. I'm holding off that conversation until I talk to Sparky. But once we know what's going on with the debt restructuring, that also takes an unknown out, or maybe it adds more risk into the play. More to come on that.
All right, blow again.
Blow again, 12 o'clock. So, guys, just be flexible. Don't believe most of what you see on social media. If it pisses you off, it might be right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Zero 0.70.
0.70.
It's the fucking same as it was in the last one, wasn't it?
No, I think the last one was 0.77.
All right, 0. Wait, not negative. 0.070. All right, we're going to call the live stream a wrap for tonight. That was 12:03, test number 10. I'm going to set an alarm from here for every 1 hour. Wait, is this legitimate, mediocre? Here's what they say. Here's what they say on Safety Shot. They say reduces blood alcohol content within 30 minutes. All right. We stopped drinking 1 hour ago. Is 1 hour of 15-minute intervals enough to make an accurate assessment?
I would say most likely, yeah. Because if it drops it quicker, then you know it worked. But if it drops at about the same rate,
then it didn't work.
Exactly.
If it drops at the same rate, you know what a scientist would say? We need to repeat phase 2. What if we have an anomaly?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I didn't even get the fucking. It's not PM, Tony. It's AM.
You sure you're okay?
I'm not perfect, guys. I've had 5 fucking shots.
You want to go for a ride, Tony?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
Well, anyways, I hope you found this entertaining. And we did cover some product information to educate you about the product. Hang on, babe. We covered a little bit of things you need to look at when you're looking at a 10Q, the risk factors. In the next video, the next live stream, we're going to repeat this experiment. We're going to, after we reach 0.08 or 0.10 now, I guess is the goal, we'll do the safety shot and see if it comes down faster. But while we're still lucid and, and we can look at it, we will go through the financials. I need to go see if they had some cash raise that I don't know about, because I don't remember. I haven't been keeping that close a track on Safety Shot. But we do need to figure that out, because if it works, we want to know the answer to that on Monday. And if you already know the answer and you're watching this on replay, shoot me a comment after we're done. All right. She's feeding the animals. So let me see what other questions we have real quick. Sparky says AMC has arrows in the quiver just waiting for her bump. Arrows in the quiver is better than arrows in the back, Sparky.
Yeah.
Anya says, I don't want a BAC. I don't want to drink and drive, but I wanted to see if publicly traded. It is publicly traded, Anya. Anya says you don't have to keep testing. I will do it for the science, Anya. I am a stickler for science. Need to do it with MD 2020 instead of shots. Oh boy. 13% alcohol. This is 95 proof. What would be the proof on an MD 2020?
Oh, we have to look at it. Yeah, look at the ABV on it. I'm not sure.
I didn't mean to keep you. I didn't mean to keep you down in a corner there, mediocre.
Oh, I don't care. I'm exhausted.
Nobody keeps mediocre in a corner. MD 2020 ABV 13 to 18%. Well, is ABV the same as proof?
It's similar. You got to
55 proof was like 50%, 45% alcohol. Isn't 95 proof whiskey like 45% ABV?
It might be higher than that. Let me look.
Somebody, anybody?
Where
Where is our resident liquor store / convenience store owner to give us?
I mean, I got a hydrometer right here, but let me see if I can't find the hydrometer. Hang on.
I'm just going to Google 95 proof ABV. It says a bottle of 151.
It's 151 proof, though.
I know. Well, the alcohol I have here is 95 proof.
Where is my
It looks like it's all over the map, mediocre. Proof defined as being twice the percentage of alcohol by volume may be optionally stated in conjunction with ABV. For example, whiskey may be labeled as 50% ABV and 100 proof. That's what I was thinking. So if it's 95 proof, it should be approximately like 47% ABV.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll find out. I have a hydrometer. I just don't know where it is because
I'm going to go with that because that will let me sleep at night just thinking that I'm correct. But if you find something different, let me know in the morning.
No. I'll show you on the hydrometer when I find it.
Yes. BioLife says 200 proof is pure alcohol. That is correct. I do know for a fact that proof is like 100 proof is 50% alcohol. But I didn't know if that meant the same as ABV, alcohol by volume. Anyways, we know that a beer is less intoxicating than a whiskey, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The last test was at midnight. Hey, Siri, set alarm for 1 a.m. Done. All right. Mediocre. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the morning in the Discord. I'm going to say I'll be awake. I'm not fucked up. I'm not even really tired. I'll be probably up around 5 in the morning. I just keep on waking up because I want to check on GameStop. Like if it's running mediocre, I want to be there. I can tell you I've been up every day this weekend. None of y'all motherfuckers been there.
Not me.
I know. So I've been up early every day this morning. The only one who's been there is Daddy-O.
I came in the fucking chat today, Tony, and I didn't even say nothing. I just rolled over and went back to sleep.
I have my mornings like that. Look, if I don't go to sleep till 2 or 3 in the morning, I might not get up at 4. But most nights, like, if I'm going to sleep at midnight, I'll be up at 4 or 5 in the morning. So we'll see y'all in the morning. Thank you, everybody. Love you. Come back and stay tuned. Check in with us for part 2, where we will put safety shot to the test. And if you have a day or two, if you can order it on Amazon, do a test with me. But you probably want to have one of these two. So for what it's worth, even if you don't want to spend all that money, this was $90. The safety shot was $20. If you don't want to spend all that money, I'll do the work for you. And then we'll decide on this weekend if we're going to buy shot stock on Monday. Shot. All right, guys. Love you. Mediocre. Thank you for your time.
Good night.
Let me find the outro. And Mediocre, I am not going to hang around for a chat after we finish up. Let's call it a night and get some sleep, buddy.
Good night. See you
Take care,
tomorrow.
guys.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, baby.